Welcome back to the Double Dunk podcast with cookies and cream normally, but it's just cream and
It's Warbear and cream
we got special guests here. We got Dustin Warbear and we got AJ. Dustin Warbear is a guy that we met, I don't know.
The night school show.
How long ago was that?
I think it was over a year, because
that's over 2 years.
First was after COVID, so.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah, bro.
No.
It's 2 years at least.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I thought it was a show before. Maybe it was a show after COVID.
I think it was the first one back, yeah.
So 2021 it would have been.
Well, that's crazy.
2 years.
Damn. Like an old married couple now.
Right?
It's gonna be common law in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
He brought us into a group, like a little Central Wisconsin hip hop group. And we thank him for that, because it's helped us gain a lot of connections.
Yeah, man. You guys are the homies.
Hey.
I love you guys.
But yeah, I fucking took this off of here. Hello. So we were thinking maybe calling this podcast Single Dunk. Because Brett's not here.
Yeah. I'm single.
And I'm married. But yeah, Brett is not here because he had his third kid.
He had baby.
Congratulations.
Baby number 3.
Number 3.
And it's a girl.
Do we got a name?
Best of luck to you.
Yes.
You want to give it? Okay.
Magnolia.
Magnolia. Okay. It's a pretty name.
Yeah. And I feel like I got it wrong before, so I really hope to God I didn't get it wrong that time.
You're a terrible uncle.
But I like the way I remember it is I'm pretty sure they're gonna call her Maggie.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So she's healthy. Everybody's healthy.
It's good.
Amy's healthy, so everybody's all good.
Hell yeah.
Shit, what day was that they had? I feel like it was Monday.
I think Monday came to mind.
Because I feel like I called Brett when we got home from North Carolina. Yeah, so congratulations to Brett. We're just going to do a, like a little 2 bears, 1 cave thing when they only have 1 bear.
Yeah, that's alright.
And we're going to kill it.
Kill it.
Kill
Yeah.
it. Aww. Alright, so... Warbear, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
Oh, hey, I'm Dustin Warbear. I was the previous winner of the Artist of the Year WIAs. I make new songs, release them every Friday. Been doing it for over a year now. You can follow me on any socials at Dustin Warbear, any streaming platforms, Dustin Warbear, it's all the same. DustinWarbear.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
AJ, you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
I just kind of showed up today. But you can find me on Instagram at O2_AJ_, and then on all streaming platforms, A.J. You gotta get the dots in there, or else I'm not gonna pop up. AJ, just regular AJ, was taken by everybody, so
Yeah.
so I had to throw the dots in there.
Which is also taken by a couple other people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. So what was your last album called?
Nobody 4L. So it's nobody and then / 4L.
Okay. If you're trying to find him, make sure you add that in there too. It'll help.
Yeah. And what do you do, man?
I just make music.
Hell yeah.
What kind of music you lean? Like, how would you describe it to somebody who hasn't heard it before?
You can tell he listens to a lot of Mac Miller.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
you're in
bro.
the right place.
I gotta show you a tattoo, bro.
Yeah, it's my one only tattoo is a Mac one too. So he's loved over here.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people say that. I don't necessarily see it because, I mean, I see Mac's music and I see Masterpiece and then I see my music and I'm like, like, yeah, it could be better, you know.
Welcome to being an artist.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Everybody knows that feeling, but yeah. I don't know how I would explain it though.
Hip hop.
Yeah, it'd just be like hip hop, a
Chill.
little bit of R&B sprinkled in there.
Do you do like boom bap or is it more
I
trap?
have. Right now, I'm sort of like. It's more like chill, kind of catchy stuff.
Yeah.
Vibes.
More vibe. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so vibey hip hop.
Yeah.
What about like? Would you label it as like a lyrical hip hop kind of?
I mean, I don't know. I don't. It's hard for me to put a label on what I do because to be honest, I could go to the studio any day and just make something totally different.
Yes, sir.
Like the other day, I made a singing song.
Yes.
I'm like, didn't know I could do that, but I
Yeah.
fucking did it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really put a label on my music, but
You just make fucking
I
music,
just make
man.
whatever
Same.
creative energy.
Yes, sir.
connects.
Yes, sir. I love that shit, man. That's how I prefer to do it. Like, I don't want to like corner myself into like one specific, like, and I don't know, man. Like, I don't know instruments as well as a lot of people do, but I've played instruments like in the past. Granted, it was for like a year at a time. Like I played like the viola.
Yeah.
I played the trombone.
Tromboner.
I wanted to play the drums super bad, bro. Remember when, like, I don't know if you guys had this in your school, but in like 4th or 5th grade, they would come in and have everybody like try out drums for the first time ever.
No.
And they would only pick the people that like had the natural like whatever for it. And I was like, hey,
I
man.
did something in like 5th grade, but I was moving 6th grade, so
Yeah.
it's like for shits and giggles, but I did drums. So they're like, you got rhythm? And I'm like, well, that's awesome. I won't be here. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do remember something vaguely like that.
But I tried out for that, and they like didn't call my name or whatever at the end of it, and I was like, hey, man. Go fuck yourself.
Fucking rude.
Like, I just want to play the drums, man, but never play the drums. I mean, I've like fucked around on a couple of drum sets.
Yeah,
and shit,
right.
but,
Yeah, I could like half-ass play drums because I played in bands for so long, so I always had access to a drum set. But I was never what I would call myself a drummer.
Right. I've done like very basic shit on a drum set. Like now that I think about it, because in like 8th and 9th grade we did like a band thing, like whatever. Dude, I have a notebook of these fucking lyrics and like this. I don't even know, like alternative, like not even rock, just like alternative music kind of shit. And somebody had a drum set, and I remember at like fucking. I did like the very basic, like where your foot is like tapping on a different beat than your feet are tapping, or than your hands are going.
Polyrhythms.
Yeah, and it was like, it's not fucking easy.
No.
Not even close.
Well, I always played metal and shit too, so that was like, not for me, dude.
They really go fucking ham on the drums.
That shit's an art.
It's crazy.
Like, watching some of those drummers just play drums is insane.
It's nuts. And if you like don't have a drummer, like it just takes away so much from the whole song.
Yeah, I've seen a couple bands where they like couldn't find a drummer and they just had backtrack drums and then like performed with just like guitarists and vocalists. And I mean it works, but like the energy is lacking. Like Dbl right now on his tour actually has a drummer for his set.
I've seen that.
And like the drummer's playing way crazier shit than is in the beats.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah. I don't remember who I saw that with. But somebody came out with a drummer. Fuck. I don't know.
I've seen some CW, like Emma James, he'll have like a live band.
I was gonna, because actually when I was playing in bands back in the day, Emmett was going to school in Point where we practiced.
I was gonna say, I think he's been up here a bit,
Yeah, I actually used to hang out with Emmett quite a bit back in the day. Yeah.
Okay.
And he always is bringing out just random instrumentalists.
He has like a 13-piece band.
15.
15, yeah. It was like...
The Big Band Barbecue. Yeah, I wanted to go to that, but I couldn't make it. But yeah, he had a 15-piece band for one of his last shows.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That dude, he's something else, man.
He's got the it. He's always doing merch. He's always got some... He did Lemonade one time. He did like clothing. He did these like reusable bags. He's always got some new idea. Cassette tapes for his music.
Pre-rolled like I don't even know what to call them because they were like herbal cigarettes. They weren't tobacco, but it was like a bunch of herbs together.
Interesting.
And he was selling those in like packs. And yeah,
Wow.
the dude, I mean, he lived in LA for years and was living off of music and merch. So like, obviously he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's not
awesome.
easy.
Yeah.
It's not.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not.
I
Especially
can't
in
even-
LA, are
yeah,
you kidding me?
I can't even do it in Wisconsin yet. If that dude was doing it in LA, he's got something going on for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. But yeah. So I had my anniversary just this past weekend. First anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, buddy.
And we had a credit for an airline because for Father's Day last year, Rose bought me Steelers tickets. Never seen them before, like live, fucking whatever. So in Pittsburgh, I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
It's gonna be electric.
Dude, it was one of the best experiences in my whole entire life. Bought a fucking terrible towel, bro. I was in the fucking
Fuck yeah.
dude, just fucking wah, you know, like. I don't even remember if they won or lost. Honestly, I feel like they lost. But like, dude, it was so awesome, and just the people there and shit. Like they were fucking talking to us and fucking like, oh, this is your first one. That's awesome. Like we fucking, you know, whatever, dude. Like
Yeah.
it was great. It was a great experience. She bought it for me for Father's Day, and the game was in like November. So like I didn't
Enjoy the anticipation.
But hey, absolutely great Father's Day gift. Like I loved every second of it. Like
Yeah.
you can buy me a Father's Day gift if it's like that for 2 years in advance. I don't fucking care, man. Like it's awesome, you know. So anyway, we got to Pittsburgh. Dude, that whole trip was fucked up, bro. That trip is literally the reason that I wrote Just My Luck.
Oh, dude, that still might be my favorite Cookies and Cream song.
Thank
It's
you.
a great one.
Every time it comes on at work, I'm screaming. I make sure the whole warehouse hears that shit.
Screams a lot.
Thank you, honestly.
Yeah, bro.
But like, dude, it was horrible, man. Like, so we were gonna make it a weekend trip.
Right.
We were like, Rose was like, "Oh, I want to go see the Nutcracker, like the ballet." I was like, "Fucking whatever, dude. I'll go see the fucking Nutcracker. I don't give
When
a
in
shit."
Pittsburgh, right?
Dude, fuck it. You know, like it's in a big ass fucking like cool
Yeah,
like, you know,
dope theater.
auditorium, yeah. And so she already bought tickets. They were like $150 a piece or more than that, dude. So anyway, we get to Central Wisconsin Airport and our fucking flight's delayed. Like we were supposed to get to Pittsburgh, get our rental car, and we had like 2.5, 3 hours before the ballet started. So we were like, all right, we got plenty of time.
Right.
Nope. Flight's delayed 30 minutes. Flight's delayed an hour and 30 minutes. Flight's delayed 2 hours. Flight got delayed. I think we were supposed to take off at like 1:30. It didn't take off until 6.
Oh,
Oof.
that's
So then we had to buy new ballet tickets. Try to get refunded on the other ones.
Right.
So we had to spend another $300 and some for the next day. Whatever. All right, you know, fucking. What do? We get to Pittsburgh, get our rental car, get all the way to the Airbnb. They gave us a code to unlock the door. Code didn't work.
That happened to us too. Last time we were in fucking, what was that? At the Caskey show. Yeah.
Mhm.
Same shit. We got there, probably had like an hour of time to spare before we were supposed to be at the show. Got to the B&B, code did not work.
But the thing is, it was like 3 a.m. at this point.
Yeah.
So we tried to get in contact with our Airbnb person who said literally, contact me anytime for 24 hours a day. Whatever.
Yeah.
Nope.
not 3 in the morning.
Nope. Didn't answer. So we had already drove like, I don't know, just over an hour, I feel like, from the airport to the Airbnb. So now we had to find a hotel for one night because we don't have a fucking place to stay. So we had to drive another, 30 minutes to go to the nearest hotel. And then spend, $150 for the night.
You probably still had to be out by 11.
Yep.
I hate that about hotels, bro. Like, if you check in after midnight, you should be able to stay later than 11 a.m.
Right. Or just give me the whole fucking day.
Yeah, right.
Because it's already the next day.
It's not like you don't have extra rooms. Don't give me that shit.
Right. So, finally we ended up fucking, getting all of our shit. We went to the Airbnb. They fixed it. So, we got in. I'm pretty sure they reimbursed us for the first day or whatever. And then we get all fucking packed up, whatever. We go to the game. We did a bunch of other shit too, but game was awesome. Get back. Whatever. Everything's fine, right? We have a flight at, I think it was supposed to leave at 6:45. And they tell you you're supposed to get to the, an international flight, you're supposed to get there 2 hours early. Well, we got there maybe just a little bit after 5. We were a little late, right?
Right.
But flight leaves at 6:45. And we're there at, let's say it's 10 after 5 in the morning. Okay? In an airport.
Mm-hmm.
How many people would you expect to be at a fucking airport at 5:10 in the morning?
I personally never flown, so I can't speak personally on that matter,
But if I were to tell you there was
I bet you it's
350
probably
people in line.
30% of what normal flow is.
Right.
It's probably 30% of what.
No, this was 350%.
Jesus. What day was it of the week?
A Monday.
A Monday. Okay.
crazy.
Monday, 5 in the morning.
Granted, the Steelers had just played.
Yeah.
So, is that how many people travel for a fucking Steelers game? And then also leave at 6 in the morning the next day?
Well, I imagine compared to Wisconsin, Pittsburgh is probably pretty busy too, though.
But man, on Monday?
Yeah.
It's I was like, man, we have an hour and 45 minutes. We have an hour and 30 minutes, whatever. Sure, we're a half hour later than they say you should be at the airport, right? But it's 5 in the morning.
Right.
Nope. I've never seen an airport that busy in my whole entire fucking life.
How long did it take? Did you make the flight?
No.
You missed the flight.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we didn't even get through TSA before our flight took off.
That's crazy.
How many lanes were open for TSA? Was it
It
was
a lot.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's a lot of people.
But there was so many people in line, bro, when we got there. And I don't know, dude. I don't like I've seen so many people run through lines and be like, my flight takes off, blah blah and blah blah. Help me, let me cut in front of you. I'm not gonna do that for 45 minutes to an hour to try to get up. And even if we did, I don't think it would have fucking mattered. So we get there, and yeah, dude, our flight it's gone. And we're trying to talk to somebody there, which everybody was like, I don't know, fucking, and then they'd walk away.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
They're having a Monday.
So finally, we fucking talked to somebody, and she's like, yeah, I mean, there's, you guys could go, to New York and stay there for the night and then fly in Tuesday. And we're like, hey, fuck you, we have kids at home. No. So basically this one lady, led us to believe that we had to, purchase another flight. So we did. And then we told her that we purchased it, and she looks, and she's like, no, I don't see it. So then we look. Oh, no, we purchased it for 2 weeks in advance. Not for the day we were supposed to fly out.
Oh.
Because for whatever reason, when you go on there, it gives you a 2 weeks in advance date immediately. So anyway, that lady finally ended up helping us. We didn't even have to purchase that flight. And we ended up making it home. Late, but regardless. We made it home. We picked up our kids. We went home. Fucking whatever. But because we tried to purchase that one flight and it was 2 weeks in advance, they gave us a credit for it. They wouldn't give us our money back, but they gave us a credit for it.
I think that's illegal.
And we had to use it within 12 months. Otherwise, we lost it. But if you look in all their fucking terms and conditions shit, I mean, it's kind of like there's nothing really we could have done.
Yeah.
So that's how we got the flight for our anniversary trip.
Right.
I took so long to get there,
Yeah.
but I fucking got there. Woo! And I didn't stray off too hard, which is not typical for me. So,
Good job.
So anyway, the reason I told that whole story to get to here is that we have a credit for a flight. It's gonna expire a month before our anniversary. And Rose was like, let's just use it for our anniversary trip. I was like, all right. And she goes, how do you feel about me picking somewhere and not telling you? And I said, I don't feel great about that. But the reason I said that is because, like, I just didn't want it to seem like, okay, we have a credit for a flight, right? This is going to sound so douchey of me, right? But, like, we have a credit for a flight, and we're going to take our first anniversary trip that you're planning, right? With a credit that we already have, right? And then next anniversary, it's going to be my turn, and we don't have a credit for a flight. Like, I'm going to pay for something to make it seem like it was, like, just as good as the last one or whatever. And I was like, I don't know, you know, like, but I ended up telling her that, and she's like, no, that's not, like, whatever. Like, I was like, well, can you just tell me? And she's like, no, I'm going to pick somewhere. And I was like, why do you even ask me how I feel about it? No, I'm just kidding. No, it was great because she didn't tell me. Dude, the day before we were leaving or something, she, like, sent me a picture. But I was, like, training, like, at work doing, like, some month-end shit, like, with, like, financial statements and shit.
Yeah.
And fucking boring accounting stuff. And then she, like, unsent the message and then sent me something else. She meant to send me a different screenshot, but she accidentally sent me a screenshot of, like, the city we were going to. She was like, fuck. She's like, you didn't see that, did you? I was like, I don't know. Kind of wish I did because I could have played it off a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But she was like, are you gonna, like, try to not find out until we land? And I went, I mean, they say it, I feel like they say it, like, 4 times on the plane.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
over the
You know where
loudspeaker.
you're going.
Like, like, we're gonna be landing in blah, blah, and, you know, whatever. I was like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, so. No, we got to the airport, and I had already guessed it at one point, and we went to North Carolina, and that's somewhere that we had, like, talked about potentially moving to in the future or whatever, blah, blah. But, it was great, man. We landed in Charlotte, and we had the Airbnb in Asheville. It was like a little house, they call it, where it's just a kitchen, a futon, a bathroom, and
like,
then like
compared to this room, how big?
this room, but where you're sitting is the bathroom.
Okay.
And if you cut this wall off and put a door in, right, then it would be like the kitchen area. The futon was here, and then there was like you had to go up like a ladder to get to where you'd sleep.
A loft.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But the roof was like this, and you couldn't sit up in bed because you'd hit your head on the roof. But no, that was cool, man. We stayed there for 2 nights. And then we stayed in Charlotte, which is where we flew from.
Did you see the baby?
No.
Pretty sure he's from Charlotte.
Is he?
I think so.
But yeah, we just stayed in a hotel. We went on a little brew tour and shit. Fucking went to like 7 different breweries on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
It was sweet. It was really cool because I could watch some football. I was like, hell yeah. But, no, it was a blast. It was a blast. And that all started from me saying it was my first anniversary.
Hell yeah.
And that's how some of these podcasts go for 2.5 hours.
I've noticed.
God, dude, there was one time
Seen
we
a
did a
couple of
3-hour pod. Like your first or second episode. Love the show, but fuck, was that long? That was...
Dude, it's just like, Brett and I feel like could just sit here and just fucking bullshit for ever, dude. But yeah, so that was my trip. And I just also realized that I just straight up talked for...
Yeah, well, Warbear.
That's alright.
Warbear, what'd you do? You had a show this weekend?
Yeah, for Friday the 13th in Madison.
Spooky Friday.
Spooky Friday, yeah. It was all local dudes, but honestly, like, legitimately some of the best people in the state that I've seen. Like,
Yeah.
nobody had a weak set on Friday. The whole crowd was turning up pretty much the whole show. Like I said, it rivaled the Rich Show on, like, crowd energy, just all around good times. I was thoroughly impressed with how it went.
I like the Real Taco's costume. He had some
Drippy Taco, yeah.
Drippy Taco. That was great prop. I think honestly, you and Laurent should get like cookies in a milk glass costume. That would be hilarious. Or have somebody in the background of one of your songs.
Yeah,
That'd be
dude.
perfect for a set.
That'd be
Good
awesome.
cookie in a milk carton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like whipped cream.
Wait till next month when
Heavy
everything
whipping
goes on
cream.
clearance and you can get some cheap costumes.
Yeah, I'll be a heavy whipping cream carton.
Heavy.
I mean, I got a little bit of belly on me, so.
Yeah.
I can't be called light whipping cream anymore. Maybe medium.
Rich. Soon
Yeah.
will be rich whipping cream.
Rich. That'd be nice.
You getting money now? You getting rich?
I'm
No,
getting
I'm just
money
playing
now.
with you.
To be
To
honest,
be honest,
you're
I'm broke as a bitch. I almost forgot the lyrics to my own song.
That's alright. I remember them. I got you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
So, before we went live, we were talking about some of the craziest things on the planet.
Yeah.
I wrote that shit down.
What were we talking about that
Well, you guys were talking about, like, what's the closest thing, like, on Earth to an alien.
Oh, yeah.
And I wrote it down because I was like, that'd be a fucking great topic to get everybody in on this bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
Aliens. They're here.
well,
I guess,
they
yeah,
are.
let's do consensus. Do you think we've been visited by aliens at some point in history?
150%.
Yeah?
I think we've been visited by aliens way before you and I were even close to it.
I believe that more. I think there's probably ancient alien interactions. The fact that gods have so much in common really, I think, solidifies that there was some force that we didn't realize was extraterrestrial that we all based a religion around. And there's similarities, the pyramids, all that. That's the one connecting force. I'm like, shit's a little off. I don't think humans are that connected.
See, but like the pyramids could have been where the humans were that connected, where like our level of civilization was higher, right, at that point in time. But then a lot of those people got killed off, and a lot of their like books and shit were burned and whatever. Like, and it was like one religion tried to take over like that whole style of living.
Yeah. The connected pyramid, I mean, the fact that they're kind of all on the equator is really interesting.
Yeah, they're like astrologically aligned.
And and the people that built them on separate sides of the earth had no way of fucking communicating with each other ever. Like,
Well, they said the Egyptian pyramids had like forms of electricity too, which is way before.
Way
I mean,
time.
who's to say though they didn't? I mean, think of Wi-Fi. 30 years after an apocalypse hits, they're not going to realize what Wi-Fi was. You might find these little boxes, but that force that we use to communicate will be just gone. So I mean, who's to say they didn't have a similar thing back then, and then society collapsed because society is very fragile, that they just lost that tech. I mean, maybe there was some form of national, and that's, I mean, what do you think the pyramids were for? Was it just cool? You think it just like building pyramids, or what do you think the purpose of them
Dude was just like, that's dope as shit. Put it up.
You guys ever drawn triangles, dude?
Triangles.
See, I
3D
do.
triangles. Fucking throw it up.
Like,
Four sides, but three.
and like, how were they built?
Yeah, that's still a mystery.
I think it's a mystery, but I think that you think about today, like we have all this tech, but like we also have all the distractions. It's like back then you had nothing to do but build pyramids. I think it's possible. I do think humans have the possibility to build them.
To
we
build
just
them
lost
to
it.
such a
Preciseness
preciseness of like how many slabs of whatever the fuck they used to build the pyramids.
10,000-pound stone blocks.
And how many of them are in each pyramid? And to have zero fucking variability, like there has to be some sort of human error in there somewhere.
Haven't they found some errors in like some cuts? But it's like the percentage is so low.
See,
that
and
it's
I
like
don't
it
even
doesn't-
know.
I think they've seen like okay, I don't know how much of this came from ancient aliens because my memory's fucking shit. So like take it with a grain of salt. But I thought there was some like sculptures where they found like miscuts almost, and then they just used it or kept it or whatever. But like there's some of those miscuts, but like even the miscut is like weird. You're like that was a blade. That wasn't some weird like chisel or whatever.
Right.
I don't think like tools last time. Like eventually they break down. Like even your DeWalt screwdriver, whatever, that'll eventually break down. So it's like I think at some point you could lose what they were using to actually do it. But have you ever seen that? I think it was a TikTok. The guy who's using like physics to move the shit. Like it's you just place it right and whatnot, and you can like levitate it with one person almost. It looks like. I mean, physics is a hell of a thing to move heavy objects.
So like pulleys and shit.
Pulleys,
you're
or
talking.
even just like if you have like it on a flat structure, and then you have like the axis of weight is on one end. Maybe you have a bunch of people on one end, and you can like move it on this ball and rotate it almost because you're having the point of balance off, and you're using that to push it. There's some dude with like a huge rock that he was able to move by himself by having it on this like log almost that
Yeah.
would just roll with it. Things like that. I mean, it's simple stuff that we overlook because we're like technology.
Yeah.
Robots
Yeah.
are the way to do everything now. But I mean, back in the day, all you had was fucking sticks and stones to work
Yeah.
with.
See, and I don't know. I almost feel like the reason they may have been built just because they are like on the equator would be like some sort of like energy container or something. You know, like something to like. I don't know, with like the levels of society, there's like level 1 society is a certain thing, level 2 society is a certain thing, level 3, level 4, and I think it only goes to level 4, but like level 2, you can like start controlling like the weather and shit on your planet, and like I feel like,
Which is possibly happening now and has been for a long time.
Dude,
Right.
that's a weird topic too. Yeah.
And that's
the heart
kinda-
machines.
I mean, yeah, they're just openly like leaking some of that. Like, yeah, we're seeding clouds in China or something. You're like, what?
yeah,
What are you doing?
and that's kind of where I feel like they were going with the pyramids was like in order to like harness a lot of the energy and like kind of like do whatever the fuck they felt like they needed to do with it to like become more of the higher level society or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
they had solar, dude.
Pretty cool place to sacrifice people, though.
Well, there were tombs too. It's where they buried
Yeah.
like the pharaohs
Dude,
and shit.
how big is your fucking ego to tell people to build you a pyramid to bury you?
Bury me here.
Yeah.
Spend 8 million hours building this. Bury me inside.
If I die beforehand, put me somewhere else, and then when it's done, put me in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of those, like, when they open tombs and shit, where they're, like, the curses are released. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of that's just, like, ancient diseases that, like, is what killed the pharaoh, and it's like, yeah, our immune systems move past it, that you get in touch with it, you're dead, kind of thing. That's some weird shit. Like, when they opened the tombs, I think it was, like, Tut, they had all those archaeologists, like, start dying from a weird disease, from the curse of the Tut tomb.
That's crazy.
I think some were like booby trapped though too, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Protect my treasures.
Oh yeah, I suppose because they got buried with all their fucking gold
Yep.
and
Every
everything
wife
else.
they had, all
Yeah.
their dogs, everything.
Their cats.
Yeah,
Mummified,
cats, yeah.
mummified kitties. Right.
Can you imagine being that cat? You're still
Wait, you're gonna do what now?
So, what animals do we think are like the craziest animals on the planet?
I think one that doesn't get recognized are pigs. Like just how smart they actually are, and we just eat them.
Yeah, they taste too good.
They
We
do
don't want to
taste
talk.
really
We don't want
fucking
to talk about their
We don't wanna talk
intelligence
about
level,
that.
and it might feel bad. So we're not giving up bacon.
No way in hell.
No way in hell. But I don't know. You guys are talking about like octopi.
What's the
Octopi, man.
correct?
Octopi.
Octopi.
Yeah.
Did you say octopussy?
Octopussy? Oh shit!
How is that ever the plural of anything?
8 pussies.
Tigerussy? Fishussy? Hey, did you guys see all those mooses ushy over there? Moosussy?
Yeah, I mean, octopus are really fucking wild with like what they can do for problem solving.
Yeah, they're
We're
smart.
talking about the aquarium one.
Yeah. About the fucking octopus that used to sneak out of its tank. He learned the security guards' routines. Would sneak across the aquarium to eat fish out of a different tank and sneak back to his tank before anybody noticed he was gone.
Tell me that's not alien.
Like,
Well, and they can like fit through like pinholes.
yeah.
They like just pull themselves through somehow. And AJ was talking about how they can fucking camouflage themselves
Yeah.
too.
Dude,
Like,
that's nuts.
That's the wildest thing to me. I mean,
Everything
you guys talk
about
about all
it.
that shit. I'm just like active camouflage, dude.
What else do you need?
It's like a-
and they get good.
Oh,
They
dude,
are
yeah. It's
phenomenal.
like a chameleon, but chameleons take so much longer to like.
It's like that. It's
Dude,
like
yeah,
Switch.
dude, they can fucking like pop on something, dude, and they're just like, wah, and it's just like, where'd it go,
And I
bro?
think the way they do it is like similar to like a balloon. You know, like when you squeeze it and then like all of it like consolidates into one spot and it like turns darker. That's what they're doing to their skin. It's like just contracting the blood. So that's how they can do it so fast. But like yeah, rocks, green, red, blue, whatever, they can do it all. It's like something nuts.
get them an energy sword, they're ready to run the Halo game.
Right? But it's crazy to me that there's so many things in the ocean that we still have no fucking clue
Yeah, I
about.
think we've discovered like 12% of the ocean.
We've mapped like yeah, something like that. It's
So
stupid
there's
low.
like 88% of the ocean we know nothing about.
We know more about the moon than the ocean
Yeah,
floor.
there's this funny thing I always see on online is NASA was originally for the ocean. They wanted to explore the ocean, and then they started dabbling in that. And the next thing you know, they're like, you know what? How about we
Yeah.
Stars are cool.
yeah, let's just start looking up instead.
Dark deep ocean.
Yeah, it
they're
turns
just
out
like-
we've seen some shit down there that we were not a big fan
Some
of.
aliens were like, we need to go back up.
Yeah, fuck that shit, man.
Honestly, the ocean's
I'm out.
terrifying.
Dude.
Not a
Yeah,
fan.
fuck no.
Seen the megalodon in there, like,
Yeah.
nah.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll leave you here.
Yeah.
We'll get off this planet for it because we're already fucking it up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think aliens live in the ocean?
They say it's the most likely place for them to be if they are on Earth.
I mean, really though.
Yeah, because
I mean, there's
again,
been sightings,
88% we know nothing about.
There's been sightings too, motherfuckers.
You think that's real?
Going in and out.
You think the whole alien thing going on right now? What do you?
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I won't believe everything, but I like keeping a.
It's weird when the government starts confirming things. You're like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
they
they-
lied to us about
Something
no.
else is going on.
Yeah.
They do it at a weird time too.
That's the thing. Timing is a lot of a
Yeah.
story, and like, yeah.
Dude, they've
Like-
known about aliens since like the fucking 40s, probably.
At
Because
least.
what wasn't COVID like just getting up there, and then they're like, "Hey, aliens are real," but everybody was too focused on wearing a
Whatever
mask.
happened to that story if there were 3 shot down objects in like the U.S.? It's like, oh.
Yeah, the
we
one
couldn't-
was
we
like a
couldn't
Chinese
retrieve it.
balloon.
Yeah,
and
we
then-
couldn't retrieve the
yeah.
other one. It was too far out on the ice. And you're like, hold up. We have what military? The best one in the world, and we can't retrieve a craft we shot down? That's sus. That's weird. But then, yeah, that was kind of in and out. And like, move on from
They-
that.
Well, they announced it, and everybody's just like, yeah, aliens are real. We know. It's
Yeah.
not a surprise.
I got bills to pay
Thank
on
you.
Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I still
Yeah.
gotta go to work
Yeah.
on Monday?
It's like when they,
question.
it's like when they took Jeffrey Epstein into fucking custody. It's like, yeah, we all knew already, man. Like, come on.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, and then he killed himself.
When did
Yeah.
Epstein's story happen? Was that before COVID or after?
I think it might have been right before or.
Which is a fucking crazy time in like.
It was
fucking
after.
planet. Was it after?
Was
It was after. He didn't get arrested until after.
Yeah,
He got arrested
the
once
shit
before.
started like during it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like the investigation and everything. I don't know. I don't really watch the news or pay too much attention to shit outside of my scope because I got bills to
Well,
pay.
yeah, you got bills to pay.
I got shit to worry about. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beyond my
Smarter
worries
people can do it.
currently.
Crazy life. Dolphins are fucking weird. They, was that the pufferfish? They'll poke around to get high.
Yeah.
There's a lot of animals that get
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Like koalas, they eat the whatever.
Eucalyptus leaves.
Yeah, and that shit gets them fucked up, and it don't give them no nutrition. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing, man?
Even cats.
Look at us, bro. Fucking same
At
thing.
least I know nutritional value. Like, they're just like, this shit makes me fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all
bro.
I'm gonna eat.
There's
Yeah.
certain plants that make cats hallucinate that people have in like their houses, and they'll just eat them.
Catnip.
Catnip,
Catnip, but like
Catnip is
spider
more
plants
of a-
or whatever too, I
Really?
think,
Or
or whatever.
stimulant, but yeah, there are some houseplants that you
Yeah.
can't have because it'll fuck them up. But I'm
Yeah.
sure there's some that'll get them high too.
Yeah, and they just willingly keep eating it. They like it.
I mean, you're a cat, house cat.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do all
I'm
day?
just, I'm just
I
trying
had
to
a
get high
cat
and
once
chill out.
that ate a fucking ghost pepper plant.
Jesus
No
Christ.
way.
Before,
I bet
like
you
it
were
wasn't
good.
even that big, but like
Yeah.
she ate the little sprouts that we had.
I had
Trying to go back up.
I had one cat
Go to the
that ate
bathroom?
like
Oh.
I did like a HelloFresh mix, and it was like some spice and like a mix, and I was mixing it, and like the cat licked the spoon that I had got the sauce from. Instant screaming. I was like, what the fuck? I was in the other room quick. I was like, I bet you won't do that again.
Dude, I feel like Rose and I were eating some spicy shit one time, and my younger cat takes. She was like smelling the spoon, and Rose kept pushing her away.
Yeah.
She was like, "Whatever, dude. If you want to try it, dude." And she doesn't try anything anymore ever because she's like, "Fuck you, bro."
How
Yeah,
dare
because
you.
immediately, dude, she tried it and she was like,
No, stop.
Yeah, that's just fucking crazy, man. And then, like, they bring a submarine down there to, like, go see the Titanic, and it
Dude,
fucking
that's-
explodes.
Such a story.
Implodes.
Yeah. The fact that they heard it on sonar, like that's one thing about the ocean, is that you can hear anything from anywhere. Like that's how far it travels. So they knew something happened, and they still sent the search team. Like that's kind of.
And
fucked
they
up.
knew
Don't
something
worry,
was
guys.
kind of fucky about the submarine before it even went down.
Yeah, there was, the engineer cut corners on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people quit and like raised concerns. It's like maybe you should listen to that
Yeah.
person.
And some of the people were, like, trying to not go anymore. They were like, "We don't even want to go." And they were like, "No, like, you have to pay for it."
Yeah.
You know they wanted Mr. Beast to go
God,
in the
could
same
you
cell.
imagine? That would be a whole different timeline. Something would be done. Like
Yeah.
something would change. They'd be like, "Here's some stringent regulation."
Yep.
Young people care about politics now.
Dude, for
That's
real.
the way to activate them. Kill Mr. Beast.
It's my only shot at free money, bro.
Yeah.
My next challenge is you gotta go to the Titanic.
In this fucking makeshift submarine, dude.
Yeah.
Build it
That's
yourself.
basically
Yeah,
what it is,
right.
man.
That'll be the next
DIY,
Mr.
man.
Beast challenge. Build a submarine to reach the Titanic. Whoever makes it gets $1 million,
Goddamn.
and you get to keep the Titanic. But you can't get it out. Just stay there.
You get to keep a piece of it.
Yeah. If you can somehow get it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can somehow fucking extract pieces of the fucking. Dude.
I think I have to pee.
Alright, gonna take a quick short break.
Does anybody else have
I
to
guess
pee?
if anything, you can go pee. I can sit in your spot. We've kind of
Okay.
bullshit. Keep
Yeah.
the show rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
will be right back.
Alright. Hey,
We
none of the
already-
cookies and cream cast is here, so I don't know what the title of this part is, but
That's all right.
we're gonna keep it rolling.
Zero stuffed.
So crazy shit on Earth. What about like landmarks? Like I think it's crazy that the tallest mountain, Everest, isn't as deep as the ocean is in the Mariana Trench.
That is crazy.
And even that is like if you take the globe, like you ever felt like one of those raised globes where it's like you can feel the mountains and
I
whatnot?
think I've seen them, like pictures
more in
of
school,
them,
I
but
think, or
I
something.
haven't really physically.
Yeah, like you can kind of feel the bump of it, but that's so exaggerated. Like if you took the Earth and shrunk it down to the globe, it would be smooth. Like you wouldn't be able to feel a difference. That's how just like big the Earth is, and like those differences don't even really matter.
Right.
But yeah, the ocean, I think I mean, you think about it. I mean, getting climate change and like shit changes on the mainland. I bet you instead of going to space, a lot of people go to the ocean, start building underwater bases.
How do we even know how deep it is? Like, what kind of technology do they use to test that?
Probably radar.
Radar, I think way back, like
Yeah.
1800s,
Right,
they used
so
to
how
actually take a
accurate
rope
is that?
and drop it and drag it on the floor and mark it, and that's how they kind of got an idea. So I mean, yeah, that's about like that's part of the 12% we found, but it's so big. It's like
Yeah.
how much resource do you put into figuring out this thing we're never gonna really visit, versus the moon where we might actually visit a little more. But yeah, like sonar and stuff like. And you did how much of the ocean floor? Like you don't even know if like that's the deepest spot. I think they got an
Exactly.
idea, though, for like you can kind of see some of like off of Japan. They have very deep drops and whatnot.
Mhm.
So it's like some of those I think you can kind of piece together like a puzzle that you don't need the full picture. Would you live underwater, or would you rather live in space or live underwater?
They're both scary, but
They are both scary.
Space scares me less than the ocean, man.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
There's less we know about space though. It's like we know 12% of the ocean floor. That's way more than we know about like outer space.
Yeah, but I mean, if we go to space, we're not ever going to be going far. Because what it takes like fucking 30 years to get to Mars or some shit.
I think it's like 7 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty short. I mean, for me personally, I would also do space, only because of the views.
The view would be crazy.
Yeah.
Ocean
Yeah.
would be pretty fucking boring.
Yeah, 'cause
but
like what?
there's water, and you need water. There's not much water in space that like we can locate and like use. I mean, sure, there's pockets, but like we know there's a fuck ton of water on Earth.
Well, till some giant fucking creature like 8 times the size of your whole civilization shows up and swallows the whole thing.
There's an album that I want to tell people about, but also you. Have you ever heard of Clipping? It's like it's kind of like an experimental kind of producer and rap duo, but they have this project. It's 3 songs. It's like 15 minutes long, and it's called The Deep. And it's basically the story of how there's the slave ships would go from Africa to America, and there were pregnant women on there, and they would throw them overboard, and the babies would be born underwater, and then the people that were born underwater were the mermaids essentially living in the depths.
Oh, shit.
And now the land people are drilling in the oceans for oil and destroying their civilization, so that the sea people rise up and create these like tidal wave machines that actually like flood the lands, and people are drowning, and it's wild. But it's
That's
15
crazy.
minutes. It's called the artist is Clipping, period, on the end of Clipping, and then it's The Deep is the project. I definitely recommend it. That was one project where I was like, what the fuck did I just listen to? It was
Yeah.
so crazy and so like artistic. I was like, that's something I will forever remember.
I feel like that's something like metal bands do a lot. Is like concept shit like that.
Yeah.
About just crazy stuff.
Kind of sounds like Wakanda Forever.
Dude, for real.
You watch that movie?
Yeah.
I'm a big fucking.
We watched
Yeah.
that shit
I
in
can go
school,
for
bro.
Dude,
What?
that's what?
Yeah. They had us watch that shit in school.
That's
Wakanda
crazy.
Forever.
What school?
DC Everest.
When did that movie come out? I feel
Like
that's
it just came out like
yeah, not
a year
that
ago.
long. You've been out of school longer than I think the movie's been out. I would have thought. The Marvel movie?
Like
Oh,
the new
no,
Black
sorry.
Panther movie.
Sorry, never mind.
Oh, okay.
It was
Yeah.
like Saving Wakanda or something, maybe is what it was.
But yeah.
Completely
Sort
different
of,
movie.
sort of something like that, where the U.S. not necessarily the U.S. but like little pocket. I don't know what the fuck to call it, but they start drilling into the ocean for vibranium, and then these underwater people were just like, bro, this is our shit,
Yeah.
and then they start fighting people from Wakanda because they're like, yo, you have ties to the U.S. What the fuck y'all doing?
Yeah. That's kind of nuts. I mean, and it's like mermaids. I don't know if mermaids are real. That one I find it hard to believe. I think it's more sailors' tales than anything. But it'd be
Nuts.
crazy if there were like land people and sea people.
Yeah.
Like, you had to coexist. And shit.
But what about like
or those are the
fucking-
aliens.
They're the aliens. Yeah.
But what about like the Bermuda's Triangle?
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I've watched things on it because I always thought it was an interesting thing. But like, if you look at the math of like how much travels through there and like how many actually go missing or sink, like it's not that out of the ordinary.
But
But a lot of single anecdotal cases do come from the Bermuda Triangle because it's so trafficked.
and if like let's look at the math of how many crashes, how many unsuccessful searched, right,
Mhm.
crashes have happened everywhere, and what's the percentage of them that have happened at the Bermuda Triangle?
Okay, that is one that I don't know if I would know, but that would be something to be I mean, the ocean's big though. They never found MH17.
But that's
That
just
one just
one
kinda
out of how
disappeared.
many things?
True.
Wasn't there like a pilot that flew through there that like claimed he went through time or some shit? I remember hearing a lot of crazy
there's
stories
some
about the
stories
Bermuda
about
Triangle.
like the weird part is too is it's military vehicles and boats and planes that go through there, and it's like, okay, that's, I mean, don't trust the government and whatnot, but like when you have individual army people having that, that's where it gets a little weird.
And like, sure, like, okay, the Bermuda Triangle, whatever, but like, obviously not every time you go over it, something's gonna happen.
Right.
But like, if
And most
it,
of the time nothing does happen.
but if it is a significant like source of some fucking energy, or there's some being or something there, like they'll just fucking do it once in a while. But like, I would be curious to look at the math of like how many like unsuccessful searches of like missing boats, planes, people, blah blah blah. Well, people might be a little bit more of a big scale because you have like land. I guess we could look at like water, but I'd be curious to look at the numbers on that of like how many things have gone missing that nobody has any like sense of where the fuck it went.
Yeah.
Was over the Bermuda Triangle.
Would you go through the Bermuda?
Let's pile all our money together. Let's go figure this
Let's
out.
go figure out. Well, cookies and cream.
You want to pile all of our money together? We got about $450.
Cookies and cream show in the Caribbean.
Let's do it.
I mean, I don't know how much you got,
I
but
guess we're honest today.
I got at least $10.
I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, I got maybe 20 on it.
well, we're
You got any
working our way.
vouchers? You got any free fly
We're working our way down to about $80.
Yeah.
Did you guys see there's that new airline out of CWA that's like
I heard about it.
it's like stupid cheap ticket, like $45 to go to
Really?
Orlando. Yeah, I was like,
Really?
I don't know if I trust that plane, but like
I might have to
I
hit
think
that up.
it's a smaller kind of airline. It was something I'd never heard of, but yeah, they're doing like one-way flights from there for $45.
Next Future Artist Summit, might have to hit that up because me and Ace are not driving 24 hours again.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Driving can be fun, but it sucks.
That's well,
Some
because
road trips are fun, but like they get long.
Ace
What if
was
you're
sick
driving?
on the way there, and I was
Ooh.
sick on the way back. So
Ooh.
like, yeah, that was a rough trip for sure. I think he worked the morning we left too.
Oh god. So he was spent.
Yeah, I drove most of the way there. He drove like almost all the way home. But yeah, it was rough. It was a rough time. 48 hours of driving in like 5 days. 4 days, I don't remember.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably fly too. But it's a new airline out of CWA. Super cheap, so I mean, I think it's like, they probably make their money where it's like, you can only bring a carry-on and then like a bag, and then anything else you gotta pay extra, so it's like, if you go for the weekend, like maybe you get away with it, but if you're going for a trip, like you're gonna pay extra for the baggage and all
Yeah,
that shit.
that makes sense.
So they'll make money somehow on you.
Since we're talking about airports, and I forgot to say this earlier with my anniversary trip, we were coming home from North Carolina,
Yeah.
and we got in line for TSA, and there was like 4 or 5 like New Yorker women behind us, and I couldn't have asked for anybody else to be behind us for 45 minutes because that shit was fucking awesome. Dude, straight up New Yorker accent, dude. Like fucking...
From the Bronx.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forget about it.
Didn't you see Johnny's car when we were going there? You know, like, dude. I'm just sitting there listening to their fucking accent, dude, for 45 minutes, and I'm having a blast, right? And we get about 15 minutes from the end of the line, and this one of the lady behind me goes, "Man, I hope this line goes a little quicker because I gotta poop." I lost it, bro. Like, I wasn't looking at him right, but I'm sure she could see my shoulders fucking just going, dude, because I was laughing, dude. I turned around and I said, "I'm sorry, but that was fucking hilarious," you know? And she's like, "Man, I really gotta go. This line's gotta speed up, you know?"
A little free entertainment.
It was one of the funniest fucking moments, like, recently that I've had. Like,
good belly laugh.
Oh man, it was hilarious, and she just kept going about it, dude. She's like, "Man, I'm gonna poop my pants." Oh fuck, man, that was funny. But yeah, okay, so here we'll fucking Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but when people talk to me sometimes, I don't like fully hear what they say immediately.
It's me all the time.
Yeah.
But then I'll like
I feel it.
Huh?
yeah. But then I'll like I don't know how this works, but like I'll like replay what they said in my head. And then I'll grasp what they were saying. Right? Like earlier fucking you said something about it'd be cool flying or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And Dustin thought that he said it'd be cool to be a fly. And he's like, yeah, till you get swatted, right? And the funny part about that is he goes, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I was like, what? How could you get swatted? You know? Yeah.
And Dustin's like, you said you wanted to be a fly, so like, how do you not? But it made me think about that because I originally heard what Dustin heard was that like it'd be cool to be a fly, right? But then I replayed it in my head and I heard it'd be cool to be flying or something.
Yeah.
And like it just like dude, I understood both perspectives at the same time. It was so funny to me. But it's like the amount of times that I'll just immediately grasp whatever I heard the first time and just like answer it like and just fucking you said this fucking blah blah like that'd be stupid and they're like dude what the fuck are you talking about like,
Yeah, I've been there before.
Sometimes the brain lags a little bit.
and then like sometimes I don't say anything and it replays in my head and then I like actually like how does that work? How do all of a sudden I like understand and hear one thing, but if I replay what they say, I can fully rehear what they said, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what they said.
It's just comprehension.
Brain's a crazy tool.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, think though, it's like the human memory is one of the best things and one of the worst things. It's like in the court of law, it's like human witness testimony is one of the like weakest things in a court of law because it's like your memory changes so much. But I imagine that short thing processing probably is like a little more sharper.
Yeah.
But I have the same shit. I'm like, huh? Oh, and then it's like it takes a second to click.
And like sometimes
I still have a thought I'm thinking in my head.
It's like
sometimes
piecing it
you
together.
say what first and then it like
Yeah,
and then you just
all the
answer
time.
it right away.
Yeah.
Because you just like it's instinct to just say what because you didn't fully grasp it, right? But then like your brain tells itself like, well, just fucking replay that back for me like real fast.
It's
like,
kind of like those. Have you ever seen those like posts where it's like a paragraph, but like they keep the first and the last letters the same, and then they like mix up the middle letters of a word, but you can still read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your brain just kind of like sometimes puts things together.
It's just crazy.
Have you ever had a dyslexic moment?
Yeah.
Like you're reading
all the
something
time.
and like you will literally watch the words like morph or like become unrecognizable to you, and you're like, I for the moment I don't know what that word is.
Where we work, we deal with like numbers all the time.
Oh, number dyslexia.
I was gonna say that.
It takes us like all the bays in the warehouse are numbered and like the orders we pick are all have numbers that you read off and like you get mad number dyslexia there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, repetition of words too. For a while, I didn't know how to spell of like as a kid. Like I did OVE for the longest time, and I was like, I just could not grasp the F in the word. I was like of spelling it out and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be uff.
Uff. Yeah. Oof.
Oof.
Need an extra O there.
Oof, damn.
Yeah, what he said.
But no, I was gonna say number dyslexia too because I'm like I work in accounting.
Yeah,
So it's like
you probably deal with the same
oh
shit.
my god, dude! So many times I'm like doing an entry or something, and I
You'll
put
just be
in all the
staring
numbers.
at a number and
Yeah.
like fucking you're trying to just like
Triangle.
get it in the
Yeah.
right order. Yeah.
And the thing is like I look at a number and then I put it in, and then I look at another number and I put it in, and then I look at another number, and I'm also putting in like account numbers and
Mhm.
control numbers and everything else. So yeah, all of a sudden I'll get to the end of like a 60 line entry, and it's off, and I'm like, there's no fucking way, dude. I read
Yeah.
every number. I put every number in the same way. And then, I look at it, and it's just like, I read this number this way, but that's not what
Yep.
number it is. Like,
We have, like, these shitty headsets that we talk to and talk to us back for, like, the picking shit to, and, like, I swear sometimes I'll go to the wrong place because I'll hear it in, like, reverse.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
And
been
then you're
a couple
like, this isn't what
Yeah,
they said.
this doesn't match up.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I work in the freezer, like when I just started like full time in there was times where I just could not understand what you were saying.
Yeah, I'll make it repeat itself like 10 times,
Yeah,
and
like
I'll
I was
still
there
go wrong place sometimes.
I'm like, what? Like, am I having a stroke?
Yeah, right.
Do I need to take this?
Exactly, dude.
Like-
It gets bad sometimes.
It's the fucking brain, dude.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
the processors are lagging because this is all simulation.
It is.
I've been slowly but surely, like, coming to the okayness that this is probably a simulation.
Yeah, I'm pretty half and half on it, but in the end, it's like even if this is a simulation, I'm
the
still
fuck does it
gonna.
matter?
Yeah, what does it matter exactly? I'm still gonna keep
Point
trying
the
to
world
do
you
my
were
shit.
given. Yeah. Can't
And
change
that's
the
kind of
reality.
like where I am with life, dude.
Even
It's
if I
like,
become a famous simulated rap star,
Right.
it's still the same to me.
I'm still a famous
That was the
fucking
goal.
rap star, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter if it's just simulation or not, because all y'all motherfuckers are the same simulation,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
But, no, yeah, I don't know. I try to, it doesn't work all the time, right? But I try to look at life like, if I can't do anything to fix a problem that upsets me, I shouldn't worry about the fucking problem.
We were at the King ISO show, and I think Lex pointed out to me, ISO said something, or I think it was Tabo. He was like, if I won't kill over it, it's not really a problem. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's a great way to approach life. If like I can't, if I'm not gonna like dwell on it like 10 seconds of my life, move on. That's been one of the craziest bars that like stood out to me that I was like implied.
That's
in my-
his song For Real.
Yeah,
Let's be for real about it.
I think so.
Is it really a problem if you ain't gonna kill about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the point of me wasting all this time, like, thinking of scenarios of where this thing could be better, or
Mhm.
or if one person did one thing differently here, and blah 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 blah, or like, oh my god, if we had a different president, blah blah, they'd be doing this and this and this. You don't fucking know that shit.
Yeah.
And even if you did, what are you doing about it, right, to fix it? Nothing. Most of the people are posting it on fucking social media.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like social media doesn't make movements, right? You have to make a movement and then it goes on social media, right? Like, people are wasting fucking, I mean, up to 10 hours a day. Some people, like, this is very extreme examples, obviously, but I've had some people on my fucking timeline, dude. I swear to God, it's
They're writing
fucking
novels.
books.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, write your governor a fucking letter at this point.
I'm not reading all that.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I also had to learn this lesson about not, giving a fuck about things I can't control. That's a whole other thing. But like, I came to that conclusion earlier this week because I was on Instagram and I saw Colin Kaepernick posted something. It's
Yeah.
like he was posting something about like this football game, and I just like looked in his comments and I was like, I wonder what people are saying about
That's
this.
always
And
fun.
there's just people like just dogging him for just
Yeah.
posting this, and I'm like, these motherfuckers really taking time out of their day to just say something.
Oh, the
So
internet,
much time,
yeah.
bro. And
It's
it's
like-
not. Go ahead.
It's like, dude, like, you ain't got nothing else going on.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have like, I could think of 10 things. My life isn't busy at all. I have time for everybody, but like, just the fact that you took time out of your day to say something negative to somebody that, is probably gonna get farther in life than you, even
Yeah.
though their shit's not looking well for them. Like, they already made it to the point where you can't.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're just
Hate
out here,
bro.
The
just
people hating on the internet are the people with the least going on in their lives.
And that's the thing. It's like, it's not even time, bro. It's all the energy you put into that fucking post. And it's like we can even go further back.
Mhm.
Like if we look at like when Colin Kaepernick kneeled at the fucking national anthem, which I can almost,
I got a whole fucking story.
dude, I can almost put money down on it that the people that are dogging him on his post are the same people that were dogging him when he was doing that. Because all of a sudden they see him post something and it just brings that fucking, like, that hate energy right back out of them, dude.
Yeah.
It's like that reminiscence of that feeling, and they just can't help
You
themselves
just gotta
but
find
fucking...
something to hate.
Right, and that's the thing, but it's like, why?
Exactly.
We don't
And,
have to
like,
hate anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
It usually comes out that the person who's hating, whatever they say, is more reflective on them than what they're talking about.
Right.
It tells me way more about where your mindset is and what your life status is when you take the time to put out something that only you are going to read. Because you feel like your life's not worth anything, so you got to take down somebody else's that's successful in your view.
And sure, okay, yeah, standing for the national anthem, that's something that everybody's done for forever, right? But if he wants to kneel for it, I mean, the man asked a military person if he thought it was disrespectful if he kneeled for the flag, and he said, well, it's better than sitting. Or whatever the fuck he said. So he was at least trying to still be respectful of it, but hey.
That's the problem when you try to appease both sides. Nobody likes you.
But here's my thing, though. Who did it hurt?
Yeah.
My dad. I mean,
Ego's
no disrespect.
dying.
No disrespect to my dad, though. I love him to death. But he told me to stop buying Nike once, like, Nike was supporting Kaepernick. I doubled down on that shit. I started buying
Yeah.
Got the jumpsuit and everything.
Yeah. And then
Because who gives a fuck about the kids in the sweatshops? You know?
Yeah,
we don't care. That's fine. But as soon as Kaepernick kneels, we gotta stop supporting Nike.
But yeah, and then that's also the reason why my dad stopped watching football. Like, I used to watch football with my dad all the time, and then Colin Kaepernick thing happened, and then, like, every time I talk to him about football, he's just like, oh, I haven't watched in, X amount of years, and, how are the Patriots doing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's just like, man, it's kind of, like, in my perspective, I mean, I am young, but, like, isn't that what the military's for, to fight for our freedom, so, like, Kaepernick can, make a stand like that, have a voice.
One of the amendments, or the fucking, what is it called? The fucking Bill of Rights. One of them is literally the right to protest, which is what he was doing.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, I love everybody that served the country, but, like, the fact that you get pissed off when someone's like, hey, there's some shit going on, and nobody's paying attention to it, so I'm going to take the biggest stage I have to just say something about it, and then everybody's like, you can't do that. It's like, what did you do then?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
accepted it. What are you supposed to do?
it's like, you gave him a right to do it. So, like, you should respect that.
And
but
that's not, like, that's such a subtle way of doing it, too.
Yeah.
Like, we have motherfucking people coming out here on social media straight up bullying other people.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Like, straight up bullying
Dog
other
shit.
people. Right?
All
like,
that shit.
and I'm talking, like, big people, politicians, fucking anybody, dude. Anybody,
that
right?
truck in Harvard is nuts.
But hey, guess what? Who cares, right? Who cares when you dog on an individual, right? But when you dog on my country, even though most of the people I feel like that have said something about it have never fucking served. And even if the people that have, like, same thing that he said, I love everybody that served this country, but, like, trying to make a stand to fucking open the eyes of some things that were happening that he definitely felt like was something that was really meaningful to
he felt
him.
responsibility for it because it's like, it's my people. I have the platform. I can. And,
Like, I'm sorry, but, like, our life is way too short to give a fuck about that. It's way too short. Like, why? Why do we care about that shit? Obviously, we don't care about that shit, but why does anybody care about that shit?
Because they don't have anything else to care about.
I mean, a lot of people's lives are NFL or sports related, and that's like kind of their identity. So they feel like that's changed or attacked. I mean, that's probably why they do.
But
They
if you're
feel like
not-
it does affect them personally because they've been so invested in the thing that keeps them entertained.
But are they playing for the NFL?
Usually not.
Another way to look at it is like. Also, another thing is like. Most of the time, people don't give a shit as well until it affects them.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have, Colin Kaepernick, standing out, trying to shed light on a topic, and, most people are like, well, what he's doing is not affecting me, but the fact that he's doing, he's doing it this way to shed light on it, it's just like, then they hate on it because, they're not oppressed.
That's not the right way to do it.
Yeah, it's like, well,
what's the right way to do it? Because they've been talking about it for years,
That's
and nobody's fucking batted an eye. I don't know. I just like.
We're getting really political.
Hey man, but like for real, don't give a shit about anything.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Let the
unless
haters
it
hate, man.
specifically affects your day-to-day fucking life. You don't. Or unless you intend to do something to change whatever the fuck pisses you off,
Shouldn't give a fuck about it.
just shed it, man.
Yeah.
Shed it.
No, if you think I suck, come and keep commenting on my posts. Push that algorithm. Let's go.
Make sure you dislike or whatever. Get engaged.
Like, haters keep hating, but, like, what's the point? You give up all this time and energy to think about shit that you can't change, that you're not gonna change, that you don't intend to change. Don't fucking think about it,
A
man.
lot of it probably just comes down to what they got going on in their life. If
Exactly.
it's not
That's
much,
definitely it.
It's that then. So that's why it's like I love doing music because it's like there's something else to look forward to versus just the weekend again.
Mhm.
So it's kind of nice to like anybody I talk to like they found some sort of purpose with the music. They're like, I'm so glad I do this instead of smoking weed and playing video games all day because it's not the same repetition.
Yeah, that's all I used to do. Like, in between when I was in a band and when I started rapping, I would just literally work and go home and like watch Netflix or play video games. And I mean, I still like to do that sometimes, but
Same.
it felt very unfulfilling.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're doing anything, but at least still at that point, like, you're doing something. You know what I mean?
Something
Like,
that's making your brain work.
yeah, you're not just like fucking around on the internet and fucking like just fucking spewing bullshit all fucking day long.
You know what though? I mean, you think about it. The internet only captures humans as they are. So I mean, it was still happening before the internet. It was just with their friends, and now a lot of people are feeling isolated and lonely. It's, they don't have friends. They have the internet, so they feel like I gotta tell somebody. I'll tell my internet friends or whatever, and that's why they feel like people care. People will react to it. They'll comment. They'll shit on my take, and I'll shit back on their take, and it's just now it's engaging. Now I feel like I have people at least communicating with me versus I'm not putting anything out there. Nobody, no notification. Dude, I remember those fucking days. I kind of miss it where there's not 40 notifications, but like you have one message from your mom and then nothing else on social medias. It's just like that is such a when you see other people that are like I have notifications I disregard for days, and you're like, man, I fucking wish I couldn't reply to people. I reply too fast. So it's like
that was me like fucking 10 years ago probably. Like it was like, dude, if somebody didn't reply to me instantly and read my message instantly, I'm like, oh, I did something wrong, fucking blah blah blah. Whatever. But like slowly but surely I started getting into the mindset of like it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like
We're all adults. We have busy lives
and
and things
just
to do.
right, and just because I'm invested in a conversation doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't have something else going on where they're not going to be fully invested into the conversation that I'm having with them.
I almost treat like texting now like an email kind of where it's like I remember being taught like don't reply within at least 24 hours. Give them 24 hours, and usually a good rule of thumb is 3 days later. It's like at that point you're giving them space and be like, hey, just make sure it didn't get buried in whatever. But yeah, after sometimes where it's like you message me within 2 hours 6 times, I'm like, nah, I don't want to reply at all.
Right.
Now I'm like, all right, you're gonna wait till I like find this months later and I'll get back to you.
But I guarantee you, bro, 10 years ago, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just how dude, I'm an anxious person. I was fucking always like, I was super like a loner and shit. Like I felt like I didn't have a whole lot of like super close friends, like whatever. And even if I did, I felt like they like at some point like showed me that they weren't a super close friend. So I was like, I don't know, man. Like, and I'm an only child and shit, you know. So it's like, I struggled hardcore with that, man. Hard fucking core. But something clicked in my brain, and it's just like, it doesn't fucking matter. And I still, like, sometimes I'm like, alright, why didn't they read this? Why didn't blah, blah, blah? But, like, I just gotta get the fuck over it and fucking move on, man. Because I got my own shit going on in my own fucking life.
Exactly.
And once I had, like, kids and shit, too, man, it's like, I never used to leave people on red, but now, bro, I leave people on red daily, bro. Like, I got way too much other shit. Like, way more important shit. Like, I have to feed my fucking kids and keep them alive and shit, man. Like, and I gotta, like, keep them occupied and make sure that they're not, like, screaming and fucking whatever, man. Like, I don't have time to fucking talk about whatever the fuck's, you know, somebody else wants to talk about, whatever at this specific moment. Like, but I don't know, man. Like, I used to be the one that would spew, like, my fucking paragraphs of opinions on Facebook, too. And it's like, I got to a point where it's like, is it making a difference?
Arguing with people in comments.
Yeah.
Was my drug of choice. I
Oh.
loved it. It was so fun. Like,
Yeah,
that
you
was
just
right
shit
my
on people.
notification. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking know you. You're
Yeah.
fucking stupid kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what am I doing? Like, nobody's changing their mind. I'm not changing the world or anything. It's like, it's just a waste of time at this point.
But it's
like,
an adrenaline
it
rush,
is.
though.
It's so fun. Like, when you get in, like, they reply right away. It'd be like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They're
like,
fucking
I
just
can't wait for you to
Oh
read
yeah,
this
you
part.
just sit there and you just fucking keep scrolling
Yeah.
down to refresh your fucking notifications. You're like,
They're
did they
replying. Yep.
did they reply yet? Did they reply yet? Oh fucking.
Yeah.
You throw fucking 4 or 5 replies sometimes in a row because you're like, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you. I don't fucking, you know.
And then they don't
your mom
read it,
doesn't
they
love you.
do
Yeah.
their own tangent.
Yeah.
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 But I don't feel like I've ever been one to put out the specifics of, like, my relationship.
Yeah, I'm very
Or, like,
private with that aspect.
Yeah,
any of
those
that
people
shit.
are
Right.
weird.
Like,
Fuck.
People like that.
I got a whole shit for that.
right. Like I used to, like, put out, like, when I was
Updates.
young and shit would happen, like, I'd say, like, oh, I'm sad, or, like, you know, like, do this and you get fucked over, or blah, blah, whatever. It was just, like, very vague shit, right? But some of these people are like, oh my god, blah, blah cheated on me with blah, blah, and I'm never going to speak with him again, and he's the biggest piece of shit in my whole entire life, and we were supposed to get married, and blah, blah, and we have kids together, and he's just a big piece of shit. And then 3 days later, you're posting pictures of you two, big-ass smiles on your faces, saying, oh my god, he's the love of my life, I'll never lose him, we're gonna get married, and blah, 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 and we're just happily ever after. Hey, the fuck you doing?
Oh shit.
You're making yourself look stupid.
Yeah.
I don't think your 3, 4, 10,000 friends need to know every specific detail about your fucking relationship. If you're unhappy, talk to a friend about it, right? Call them. Message them directly. Okay? Don't put it all over Facebook and then 3 days later say how happy you are with this person and how nothing can ever get between you two. Because clearly, it's going to happen in a week and a half again.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the same fucking thing. And I don't understand how people don't look at the shit that they're doing and go, wow, that's really stupid.
You know why?
No, they do though. They do look at it.
Self-awareness,
like that.
man. I wish I didn't have it so I could be happy.
It's easier being stupid. Happier.
Ignorance is bliss.
It
man.
is, yeah. I mean, the thing with that though is like, how many reactions do they get on there? Like sometimes it's a lot of sympathy. The 10th time it's like 4 or 5 likes. So after a while, it's like you're like, oh, only 5 people saw it, but they don't see all the people that scrolled past it and like are in their head thinking like,
What
this
an
is the
idiot.
dumbest shit I've ever read, or like
Yeah.
they're really dumb. So they never get that feedback. So they're like, oh, I'm just posting this to just my wall. Nobody's really seeing it because nobody interacts with it. So I'm sure there becomes a point where it definitely is like, just you completely lost like, hey, people are actually looking at this thing and they just haven't unfriended you yet. Have you ever unfriended somebody?
Oh,
yeah.
lots.
Have you ever blocked anybody?
Lots.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I think I've only blocked some for like my girlfriend, but I've never personally blocked anyone. I'll unfriend them, but I don't know. I feel weird about blocking people. I just feel like that's like an extreme. Like you really got to do something fucked up to get blocked.
See, and I guess for me, for blocks, a lot of it's like fake accounts that like.
That okay? That's
or
a little
whatever.
different. Yeah.
I've definitely. Actually, I feel like I've only blocked a couple of people. I feel like I've been blocked more than I've blocked anybody else. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate blocking.
Because I just like to, years ago I just liked a fucking good argument.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna block you if you won't give me a good argument, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my adrenaline rush and I'm gonna fucking put you in the goddamn dirt. And then you're gonna try to put me in the dirt and I'm gonna try to dig it even deeper. You know, like.
I have a problem blocking people, man. And also on the social media shit. See, I'm the opposite. Like, these people go on and on and on about their shit. Me, I feel like I'm too self-aware. Like, I'll overanalyze everything. Like, I'm about to post something, and then I'll fucking just think about it. Think about it. Sometimes I don't post it. Sometimes I do, but I'll just forget about it. It's kind of how I am with my music, too. So I'll fucking post my music and then, like, forget about it. So, like, so I don't have to deal with, overthinking and shit. But
I do a lot of that, like with comments. I'll type all my shit out and then just delete it. I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody cares when I post this. So
I've
I
done
did
that
it for my own expression.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with blocking people, fucking, I have people tell me to block a specific person all the time, man. And I did end up blocking them because they kept texting me. And then I ended up unblocking them because there's a little bit of ego in me that's just like, I want you to watch me win. That's the
There
only.
is some of that. There's like the enemy's gotta
Yeah,
know I'm
it's
winning.
just like-
kinda.
You counted me out, so I want you to just watch me just.
And the funny
Glow.
thing about that is, bro, is one of my ex-girlfriends blocked me on like everything when we broke up. And I don't think that she's ever unblocked me, right? But I go on my TikTok the other day, and you know how it tells you who viewed your profile?
that happened
Really?
to me too.
Dude, I looked and I saw her name pop up, and I went...
I mean, like, if you're gonna watch it, at least like it. Come
Yeah,
on.
please.
That's the shit too.
So you blocked me on everything else, right? But you're gonna search me on this shit just to see how I'm doing. I know I'm doing good, baby. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. That made me feel good inside. 'Cause I was like, you still think about me, huh?
You're still watching? You're still watching?
I was like, shit.
Maverick's in the chat. He says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Oh, what up, Mav?
Hey, Maverick.
What up, Maverick? Wire, wire, wire,
Wiener.
wiener, wiener, wire.
He's always in here. He's
That's like some
appreciate
fucking
popping in,
Pain Olympics shit.
What?
man. What?
You never seen Pain
I
Olympics?
mean,
Doesn't sound like my cup of tea.
I'm a little young, but like I've seen
How old
a
are
couple shit. I'm 21.
Okay. You've seen Pain Olympics. I already know you have because you said don't even go there.
We don't need to take.
I've
a
heard about
podcast
videos.
there.
I've seen a little bit of shit, but like,
No, dude,
I
these
have
Pain
not-
Olympics motherfuckers, dude, they would put like a fucking...
I know about
What
the
do you
jar.
call it when you like tie your blood off?
Tourniquet.
They put a tourniquet on their wiener.
Oh.
And then they would put it on a cutting board, and they would hack at that fucker until it came off.
I heard about the fucking.
What are we talking about?
Pain
Pain
Is this
Olympics,
YouTube?
bro.
You know what
Pain
it's called?
Olympics.
Is this like YouTube?
It's like the dark web.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like.
Yeah, don't worry. I found out about it when I was like 12.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, great time. Yeah, I find that out. Damn, that's fucked up.
Dude, I watched so many videos of like Eastern people like beheading.
Yeah.
people
I've seen
and
a
shit,
few
bro.
Taliban.
I can't watch that shit. It hurts
Yeah.
my soul.
Yeah.
It hurts, but I still watch it because I'm a piece of shit, probably.
You know what's crazy though about that is like the movies we watch though. Like the people that do the effects for those movies have to watch those videos, and then they put it on the big
Oh, I
screen,
watch
right?
like horror movies all the time.
Right,
But
like,
it hits different when you know it's not fake.
But like the
I
thing
don't know, it
is
still
though,
hits me
it's just like
trail,
they
this is queasy.
they
material.
gotta translate that. Like I saw this thing about the designers for like Mortal Kombat. They had to watch a whole bunch of fucked up shit, to get the fatalities and like, oh, if this were to happen, this is what it would look like, and like they're kind of fucked up with it. But like, if you think about it though, it's crazy because like thinking about me watching The Walking Dead, great show. I love that shit.
First couple seasons, phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I only made it to like.
But
3.
like,
The 3-4 is where I kind of fell
if
off.
like you think about it though, it's like they kind of gotta watch something to kind of translate that. Like, oh, if there was zombies,
What does a decaying body look
yeah,
like?
or like
How do you Google that without
what
getting
would
all
a
this?
fucking half person look like? Oh, we gotta look up fucking half person cut in half, or like, you know, someone getting torn apart. We gotta fucking find that out.
You know, it'd be a rough job to have Facebook monitors or like the social media where it's like you got to go through the worst of the worst and like flag it. I've heard some like stories of like fucked up shit getting posted because people try and test it out. Yeah, your meme gets flagged, but like straight up like murder on there. Like, could you imagine you're just
I've seen some
going
shit
through and all of a sudden that's what you're watching at work,
Yep.
and then you go home to your wife and you're like, "What's wrong, honey?" And you're like, "You don't want to know."
Yeah,
Like that could just
Oh,
eat at
see,
you.
that's the thing where, like, I feel like when I watched that shit when I was 12, that shit don't fucking fuck with me for
As a
longer than about...
12-year-old, no feeling, no remorse.
That shit don't fuck with me for longer than about 45 seconds.
You okay, dude?
I'm dude,
We're gonna get you some
He's
help.
been doubled up.
dude, but like, listen to me. I listen to murder podcasts at work with a straight fucking face, bro. And then somebody will tell me a joke, and I'll turn over and I'll fucking laugh at it. Because it's like...
Lex will watch like true crimes, and I'm like, all the time. Like, it's her new, like,
Yeah.
Red flag.
guilty watch. I'm like, how, yeah, right. I'm like, how the fuck do you just
Go
sit
fucking
here and
kill you,
listen
man.
about, like, this person killed him and hit him and, like, put him, and, like, not have that affect your life of, like, how you look at people, like...
Oh,
like,
it affects
or,
how
like,
I look
this
at
guy
people.
was cheating on you for how many years, and they're about to get married, and instead he murdered the person he's fiancé to because he didn't want his wife to find out. It's like, that must build some trust issues somewhere in your shit.
Oh,
Like,
it
there's
does.
no way it doesn't affect you.
It does, but the thing is in like when I'm listening to this shit, I'm like, oh, okay, like if I ever see this or this or this in a person, like really like blah blah, like it just makes me more aware of like how everybody acts, and even
is a
if
good
I
door
think
to look
that
around.
they're acting normal, that doesn't mean that everything they do in their life is normal, right?
Mhm.
Like it just puts me on edge for like. I don't know. Like, it was very, very hard when Rose, like, when we got pregnant the first time. Because it's like, oh my god, dude. Like, you know how many murder podcasts I've listened to about fucking, like, kids? Way too many. Way too many. And then even after she was born, it was like, yeah, okay, the first, like, 8 were hard, right? But, like, after that, it was like, okay, like, fucking, I just gotta make sure that nobody does this shit to my kid. And if they do, I'm gonna fucking kill them.
And I'll be on him
And I
right.
know how to get away with it now.
But, like, I don't know. I'm an only child, man. You know? Like, I'd go home and fucking somebody told me about fucking Pain Olympics one night. I was like,
Good.
I'm looking that shit up tonight, bro.
Yeah, that's
fucking
crazy.
It's
wah, wah.
not a friend.
Dude, and I swear to God, you know, there was a few nights where I just sat there and just, like, scrolled through Pain Olympics videos, and I'm
Guys
like,
ever
how
get-
could people do this shit,
You guys
man?
ever get caught with meatspin.com?
I don't know what that is.
Warbear has been all over.
Not caught, but I've had, you know, like other people fucking, you gotta tell them to look up me@spin.com.
Me asked.
They're like, oh, what's that?
I don't know how it like.
Got
came out
him.
first. It's some dude.
Oh, just spinning his wiener?
It's yeah. I think
He's
it's like
bouncing on a dick.
on a dick,
Wow,
and it's
his-
meets helicopter. And it
That's
was like
gross.
the counter. It was like how many spins have been viewed so far.
Oh my
Something dumb
god,
like that.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Internet's fucked up.
Fucked up shit we did as kids.
Yeah,
let you
dude,
get
for
on
real.
the
The crazy thing is like, I have a lot of brothers, and my older brothers were the people that were put onto it, and then like I was just there.
Yeah.
This is
7-year-old should not be hanging
Yeah,
out.
so I was young as shit, and I'd see things, and I'd just be like, fuck. Like,
I can't say
fucking-
I ever looked any of that shit up, but I was always with friends who would, you know, be nice enough
That's
to
what
show
I-
it
yeah.
to you.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Is
See, I feel like
Yeah.
I was one of those friends.
I believe that.
check this shit out, dude.
What the fuck?
But I wouldn't
is
even
this?
tell them what it was. I'd just be like, hey man, you want to see a video? And they go, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Dude, I hate that shit, dude. I hate it when people come up to me and they're like, bro, look at this guy just get fucking disintegrated. And I'm like, why the fuck would... What makes you think I'd want to see that, dude?
But here's the thing, though. It's
I
like,
want-
I need to watch it so you do too.
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. Like, I want to see it. You know what I mean?
I just
Like-
woke up 20 minutes ago. And you're showing me someone fucking just
Yeah, getting
evaporating?
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
what the fuck?
Yep.
Now how I jerk off.
Yeah.
Fucking moon's all fun.
Now I gotta think about that.
Now I gotta watch porn for 30 minutes instead of 10. Yeah.
I gotta get stimulated.
Oh my god.
No, cut it down. Now it's 5 minutes.
And then I end up thinking about this shit when I bust. Like, and I'm like,
His head was a shock.
That's,
yeah.
that
Oh,
shit's
guy's brains. Fuck.
Well, I'm done.
Damn it.
No, man, I don't know. When people fucking, they're like, oh man, I see some fucked up video. I'm like, let me see, bro. Like, I want to see that shit.
No.
You guys ever go on Reddit?
Oh, yeah.
You ever remember 50-50? Or it's like a random link. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a subreddit 50-50. You could either get cute puppies or man run over by truck, and like you click the link and you get 50-50 chance of getting the bad
It's
link. or the
blurred
good
out
link.
too.
Yeah, it's blurred out, so you don't know quite what you're gonna click on, so you risk it. So it's 50-50. I remember checking that subreddit for hours. Just the weirdest fucking shit. going on. Some are fine, some are like
It's like
I
cute
regret
puppies.
this. Yeah.
Cute puppies or fucking man
they-
has gangrene
And
on
they
his
get
foot.
weird with the titling, so it'd be like, technically you're right, but like that was the worst description.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, man, that shit's fucking, I don't know. I
Didn't
probably got
Live Leak
fucked
come
up at a young age, so it's just like,
Fucking live leak.
I think
I
Live
love
Leak's
that shit.
done. Like they closed down.
Probably, dude.
Couldn't get advertising money.
a lot of those like live videos. There was like one live video of some guy like going out and shooting people in Orlando. Watched that.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Like,
that,
why did I watch it? I don't know, man. But I was just like, I just wanted like see like I feel like when I watch that shit, I'm like figuring out what the fuck's going through the brain of the person that's doing it.
Mm.
Like,
That's the wrong way to think about it.
and it's like, why did he get to this point? Oh, obviously he snapped because he's fucking talking some bullshit, you know, like just fucking crazy, bro. And like, I don't know. It's like a learning experience, kinda, where it's like, I'm never gonna see.
Not gonna win.
The chances are
Fucking lock the
the
doors
chan-
right now.
the chances are of me seeing this in my lifetime are very, 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 very slim. So like, if there's a video on it, it intrigues me because like I'm never gonna see that
You
shit.
never know, bro.
But if
Couple
I
times.
do, it'll be like a one-time thing, maybe two, and then
You don't have the PTSD afterwards.
right.
Oh, yeah,
Because
I
I've
see
already,
this.
because I've already had.
that was this video. I got
Yeah.
a link just like that.
Because I've already had it from the previous videos that I've watched, right?
That's
Like,
exactly what I thought happened.
Well, if gonna be a killer if we go to war, all the able-bodied people.
Yeah, I'm on.
He's gonna
Brandon's
be out
team.
there fucking.
I've seen it a million times.
I've been at
rocket
the
launcher. I
fucking-
fucking blow these motherfuckers up.
I've been at the Mall of America twice within like 2 hours of a stabbing and a shooting.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I've heard New Orleans is like Mardi Gras is kind of like that, where it's just like people will be shot a couple blocks away, but the party still goes. Like people are just
Hey, I
partying
mean,
like
look at the
normal.
Bremen Cafe.
Yeah.
Every time I've been there, I heard
That's what
gunshots
you're
down the
saying,
block.
yeah.
Dude, there was a New Year's Eve party I went to after high school where, like, back when I used to smoke and shit, fucking, we were smoking in the, like, we asked, like, the guys that were, like, running the party, like, we were like, can we smoke here? And they were like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. So we were smoking in, like, the entryway, because it was so cold, and, like, 7 people walked by, and they were, like, bitching about it. So we were like, all right, fuck it, we're leaving, right? 45 minutes after we left, in that same entryway, somebody got stabbed.
Probably
Big
thought
ass.
they were smoking weed.
No, big ass fight went down. A window got broke, and somebody picked up a chunk of the window and stabbed a dude with it.
That'll kill your high.
Yeah, a little bit.
So real quick.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh fuck.
and like, I've seen some like nasty car accidents like happen right in front of me. Like,
Fuck,
at least 2.
I'm always worried about like checking out a car crash. You never know what you're gonna see.
That's what I'm saying, and I've done it twice. And one of them, it was a girl that I worked with that was in the accident. She, like, everybody was okay both times, but like the first time that I think it was actually the second time that it happened. I was driving, and I went right through a green light, and there was a car behind me. And every time I'm driving, I always like look at my rearview mirror and shit.
I mean,
And I look
do.
back, and and not everybody does that shit though, you know, like
True. Look over their shoulder turn.
Yeah.
Everybody's
So-
just in their own world sometimes.
So I fucking look in my rearview mirror and I hear, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, dude, there was one car behind me was going straight, and the other one was trying to get on the highway, and they T-boned each other. And I see like 4 or 5 cars drive past that accident as they seen it happen. Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
I'm going to Taco Bell now.
hey, man.
I got a shit,
Dude,
dude. Get the fuck out of the way.
Any other time, I swear.
So, no, dude, before I even pulled a Yui, I had my phone up, 911 called, I was like, fucking crash, blah, blah, here. And I'm on the phone, like, going over and talking to the one guy in the car, and he's like, oh, my abdomen hurts, blah, blah, because the lady was like, is the guy okay? Where does it hurt? Ask him where it hurts, blah, blah, and I'm like, where does it hurt? And he's like, my abdomen, whatever. And then this other guy that crashed into him is like walking on the road, like all like fucking delirious and shit. I was like, no, bro, like go sit down on the curb, like before you get smoked by a fucking car.
Yeah.
It's like, is he okay? I was like, yeah, he's all right, man. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like, in a sense, right, like a lot of the shit that I've watched, like, kind of like put me into that mode where it's like, all right, I'm gonna turn around and fucking help these people, because like I don't, like, if I had never watched or listened to any true crime shit before that, it's like I'd be like, yeah, they're fine, like there's no chance that they'd be dead, but it's like you never fucking know, man. And like one of them fuckers you just start on fire, like is fucking gas, whatever, like I don't know, I'm probably talking a bunch of bullshit right now, but either way, I don't know, I like true crime shit for that reason. It's just like, it's interesting to me.
However, you gotta justify it.
I guess we're at about an hour and a half. You want to do some chat rap? Or
Yeah.
Red Blue or whatever you want
Yeah.
the last half hour.
We can do a little bit of both. Let's do a little bit of Red Blue game while I get some of that shit pulled up here.
So anybody listening, for you guys here, Red Blue is very simple. Somebody gives out 1 option, 2 option. You just pick real quick. Which one do you pick? So I guess we'll do a quick, simple one that we've done before. Would you rather fly or be invisible?
Invisible.
Invisible?
Shit.
I'm robbing some banks.
You're honest. If you fly away, how are they gonna catch you?
How you gonna get in?
Fair enough.
I think I'd fly.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be posted up in that bank waiting for him to open the vault, slip in.
Why are those 20s floating?
Yeah, right. That's the stipulation of visibility. Is
Yeah, but you could sit in there until they close.
Then you're locked in the vault.
Do I have to be naked?
That's all right.
Or are my clothes gonna show too?
I have to pee again.
You have to pee again.
Shit.
Okay, we'll start some Red Blue.
Yeah, keep playing.
Alright, so you guys got any? Otherwise I can think of some. You can just kind of throw them out, yeah?
If Oda was here, he has fucking a library of this shit, dude. He asks me shit all the
Yeah.
time. Would you rather this or that? And and it's the wildest shit. Oh, I just remember one. Okay.
Okay, what do you got?
It's fucked up.
Is
This is
it?
not. I did not think of this. I don't know where he got this. He probably got it from the internet. But it's fucking. It's Alright. I don't know if it's actually Red Blue though.
If you got it, try it
It's
out.
like-
If not, we'll just talk it. And...
It's like okay, so you're standing in the middle, and your father is behind you, and his dick is out, right?
Okay.
But your mother is in front of you,
Okay.
and your dick is out. Which way are you moving to get out of that situation? Are you
Forward,
going back?
because my dick is not hard.
No, but it has to be, bro. This is the thing.
You
though.
ate
It's not gonna be in that
You have to
situation.
either enter your mother, or have your father enter you. It's fucked up, I know, and it's stupid.
God damn.
Every time, like, when I got asked this, I'm like, bro, no,
No.
shut up. I
Does my
don't,
mom have to still be dead, or?
no, dude. There's no
Dad.
way around it. There's no way around it, dude. That's
I
the
thought I
type
was
of
just
shit.
turning around which one do I have to face, but goddamn, that
No,
just changes
it's-
the stakes.
How do you get out of that situation? Do you go backwards and have your father enter you?
Do I have any means of killing myself?
I mean,
After the fact, you gotta go through it.
Go for whatever the fuck you feel.
No, while I'm
Yeah,
standing
it's
there, I'm
Put
just
it
gonna
right
pull out my pocket knife and just.
So what was the question here?
It's a rough one, but
It's,
yeah, if you
it's
wanna
fucked
reset it.
up, dude. All right, so say you're standing in the middle, in between your father
Yep.
and your mother, right?
Yep.
And in order to get out, you have to move either forward or backwards. And if you move forward, your penis goes into your mother.
You're
Your
all
dad's hard
naked and you're
behind
being
you.
fed Viagra.
Yeah. And or if you go backwards, your father enters you. How are you getting out of that? You have to move forward or backwards to get out of the situation.
Well, I've never had anything go into my ass, so I'm gonna go forward.
It's about time for
See?
that colonoscopy, baby.
But yeah,
That's what I'm going with.
that's a fucked up thing.
We're gonna accept Brandon's
Yeah.
answer and move on from that one.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to even talk. I don't want to
Alright,
think about it.
I got one similar, little more mild.
Good,
You're
good.
stuck on an island, alright? It's just you and a mermaid. Do you choose top half fish or bottom half fish for the mermaid?
Bottom half.
Bottom half. Wait, no, top half.
Top half fish?
Yeah.
You're trying to fuck the mermaid.
Yeah,
The fish.
that's what he's insinuating.
Because I'm not trying to fuck. I'm
Wait,
just,
wait,
I'm
wait,
just thinking
sorry,
if it's
sorry.
top half
did you
human.
Did you say top half fish?
Fish. Which part is fish?
Oh, bottom half. Sorry.
Bottom half.
Yeah. Because at least I'd have
Like a
someone to
traditional
You
talk
got
mermaid.
two
to.
holes.
then.
You got two holes on the bottom, only one hole on the top. But I mean, you do got.
I'm
But
not,
then you
I'm
have
not
a
trying to
fish
fuck
egg.
the mermaid, though. I'm just trying to hang out with somebody.
Oh, come on.
But if
you're
it's for the
deserted
rest
on
of
an
your
island.
life?
The rest of your life, you're
Yeah.
now.
What, you gonna fuck a coconut?
I'm just going to keep fucking myself like I have been for months anyway.
You're gonna make her watch.
Hey, just go like below surface level. I just want your top half showing.
Yeah, I mean. Get some palm trees, cover the top half.
No.
Yeah, but the whole time I'd be going like this. Because it'd be out of water and it needs to breathe.
Create something where there's.
Just
Yeah.
put the top half in the water.
Yeah, there you go.
No. Traditional mermaid.
Traditional.
Please.
Yeah.
How would that even work?
You don't fucking do
What about-
I feel like if it's top hat fish, it's kind of got like air breathing qualities that it walks around, but you gotta look at a fucked up mermaid. Like that's kind of the downside to it.
Yeah, it's just like a top half of
We'll
fish
say it
with
can-
fins walking on two human legs.
Yeah, we
that
can
just
say,
sounds
We'll say it can
scary.
talk. In both scenarios, they talk, so it's kind of like that wall fish.
That might make it worse.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Start singing a fucking song.
Yeah, right?
Give me my
You shut
fillet of
the-
fish. Give me that fish.
So, what about fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
Yeah, fruits all the way.
I mean,
I eat more fruits alone than vegetables, I guess. So that's my thought.
But if you could only have one or the other for the rest of your life.
Fruits are just better.
yeah, fruit.
Fruit goes with
Vegetables alone are just kind of bland.
Yeah.
Like there's some
I'd say the
decent
same.
ones, but like
I'm not taking a
fruits
bite
are
out of a bell
very
pepper.
Yeah.
good. I mean, I would.
I
But
mean, yeah. So I
Is
mean,
it-
like carrots. with
I'd rather
ranch.
take
Carrots
know,
with ranch. I mean,
Celery
I
with
with
but you
ranch
don't get ranch.
Salad's
That's
fucking
my
smack,
point.
dude.
You don't get
Fruit
any
salad's
dressing
a
or
thing.
anything else.
Fruit
It's
salad.
just plain
Yummy,
vegetables.
yummy.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
You
plain
can't
vegetables?
pair it
Yummy,
with
yummy
anything.
fruit
No, I would say like if you want to
salad.
do like whipped cream and strawberries, like you could still do that. So like ranch and carrots could possibly still work.
Well-
It's just the other one's gone.
That makes vegetables work better then.
It does make it a little
Yeah,
better.
because vegetables are diverse. You can
Yeah.
chef up whatever the fuck you want.
Like asparagus.
Tomatoes, are those going in
What
the
about-
fruit or
but-
veggie?
Tomatoes are fruit.
Garbage.
Tomatoes are fruit.
Okay.
But what about potatoes?
Those are a root.
Yeah,
But they're
That's a
vegetables.
vegetable, dog.
Right.
So could you live with without potatoes for the rest of your life?
Do you know potatoes have nicotine in them?
No.
What?
Yeah, there's nicotine in potatoes.
No wonder the Irish got addicted.
Right?
I don't know.
I think I could. Oh God, fuck.
If you had to just pick one and you could still use other things, maybe vegetables, because technically they are like better for you. Fruit is very sugary, and as delicious as it is, it's not as good for you in the end as like straight vegetables would be. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it's still a hard choice because fruits are more delicious.
Rationally, I think you're right. Because fruits are very sugary.
But also, isn't like a fucking cucumber a fruit?
Yep.
So
Really?
cucumber's out the window.
Yeah. So anything with a seed inside is a fruit.
Well, that means
What
bell,
about
bell
bell
peppers are fruits
Correct.
then too.
What
Well, then I'm picking fruits. Fuck that shit.
the? Fruits have better shit.
Fucking turn into a goddamn herbivore, dude.
Yeah, dude. Bell peppers,
That's what it'd have to
onions
be.
would technically be a fruit. No,
Are there seeds
Really?
in an onion?
maybe not, because they don't have seeds
I
on them.
think
So
they're
that's a
roots.
vegetable.
I think they're roots.
You're right.
technically.
That's a vegetable.
You could shit
But like
straight.
tomatoes,
Dude,
yeah,
research,
cucumbers,
man.
pickles.
Jalapenos
That's
are
all
on
fruit.
that list.
All right,
Fuck,
now I gotta
yeah,
go
I'm going
fruit.
fruit.
I gotta go
Yeah,
fruit.
fruit for sure.
Fruit then. If we're getting technical.
Yeah, I can't give
Yeah.
up peppers, bro.
So does everybody in here like olives?
No.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm the only motherfucker that
They
likes
taste like
olives.
ladybugs. I
Fuck
feel.
How
And
many
I've had
ladybugs have you
ladybugs.
tasted?
Yeah.
I don't know. They just the texture and the taste I can do without.
Bugs
Like,
are a
I'm
good
just
source of protein, though.
Did you guys know that olives are fruit though?
No, but I don't care.
'Cause there's a pit on the inside.
I don't have to eat the fruit if I pick it.
Does that
It's
mean
just
metal
not-
shows are fruits too?
What?
So does that mean metal shows are fruits too?
Yes.
Because there's a pit on the inside.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Apple or Mac or Windows?
I use Windows.
Windows.
If we're talking like all around shit, I'm going Windows.
Okay.
But if we're talking music, I'm going Apple. Music phone, I'm going Apple.
I find it crazy that people make music on their phone. Like I know it's possible, but
I fucking
like
did
after
that for
doing
a
it on
while.
my computer, there's no way I can go to.
No.
Well, I mean, just
Yeah.
like music making or phone wise.
Oh, using an iPhone. Gotcha. Okay.
I'll take Apple, but like computer wise,
You prefer? Okay. I think I see what you're saying.
Don't you make music on a computer?
I make it on a MacBook Pro.
But you said computer wise, you take Windows.
But like you're saying, like
Only for
or-
music though.
I'm just giving him
Oh,
shit.
shit.
But mostly because I like to game, and you can't really game on a Mac.
No.
I mean, you can, but,
But it's like
It's
not
not-
as upgradable, not as like.
I need a better
Still a
graphics
card.
card before I do much gaming on my PC.
I have one I can sell you.
Yeah.
Depends on what games you want to play, but I can sell it to you for cheap.
I'll think about it.
Console or
I'm pretty broke
PC
for the
game?
next few months.
Well, hit me up in a
Oh,
few
I-
months. I'll sell
I
it.
don't have a PC, but I'd say PC.
Yeah.
I've been on console all my life.
PC
But, like-
is master race, dude.
Yeah.
It really is. Honestly, I was console for the longest time, and then
I like the simplicity of console. Like I can just fire it up, download the update, play. But customizing mods, all that, like a serious gaming session versus a casual, I prefer the PC.
and it's like if you're serious about any gaming at all, PC is where it's at because
Are you
it's like
computer smart? That's what I have. I don't know shit about computers though.
Yeah, it's a desktop.
you probably damn near have the. I think that's the same graphics card that I have. Maybe mine might be.
I've only tried playing
Couple years
Hogwarts
now.
Legacy on my computer though too, and people said that isn't like the greatest. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll try out some other games, see how it goes.
But no, like you max out at like 60 to 80 frames per second on a console, and like now even with the new ones, it's like 100 maybe. But you have to have the right monitor for
And
it.
TV, like the TV will matter too. So you're not
Yeah.
getting half the potential.
And especially if you're
sometimes.
using a TV.
I have a shitty TV.
The amount of input lag that's on that fucker, if you're using controller or anything else, you click something and it takes like so long for it to actually register
Even
on your screen.
Nanoseconds it takes that affects the game.
Yeah.
for sure, yeah.
So it's like that's where I like monitors because they're quicker. Like the input lag is minuscule compared to a TV.
Mhm.
for the longest time, I was like, fuck keyboard and mouse. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to play Call of Duty and any first-person shooter shit on a controller. And then I, like, forced myself to play keyboard and mouse. And that shit is fucking OP, bro, all day long. Like, just to be able to just snap your fucking mouse and just fucking pop, 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 pop.
Joysticks are so slow and bad for that, for sure.
And it's like, and you can't, like, it's so hard to, like, slowly versus quickly move, like, with an analog stick. Like, obviously you can, right? And it's a lot easier to drive, like, driving games with a controller because you can more, right? Because when you're doing it on a PC, it's just WSAD. And you can't, like, slowly push your fucking S button. Like, it's either you're pushing it or you're not. Like,
That's fair.
So it's like certain games are better for whatever, but like I don't know, man. Ever since I switched to PC, I was like, fuck consoles, dude. They suck, man. Like they don't suck. They're awesome for like people that whatever, but like
You don't have to buy a new computer every 2 to 3 years.
you don't have to. That's the thing. Is it's like you can just upgrade your computer as it fucking wears down, which like. In the long run, are you spending more on a computer than a console? Maybe.
Initially.
Right, because then you don't have to upgrade for, every 5-10 years. And then you're spending every 5-10 years about what a console is to upgrade your shit to get it back to what you need it to be. And it's so plug and play. And like if one thing doesn't work in your computer, you can figure it out and fix it. But with a console, if something goes wrong with your console, you're like, I don't fucking know. You have to buy a whole fucking new one, or you have to take it to somebody to get it fixed. You have to try and watch some fucking YouTube video of some dude breaking fucking 900 things on the goddamn console to get everything apart. And then by the time you do that, you might as well just bought a new fucking console.
Yeah, and half the time sending it in costs about as much as buying a new one too. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and enough people know enough shit about computers that you can find somebody to fucking ask them how to fucking help you do your shit.
Computer people on the internet?
Yeah, what? I don't know how we got into that conversation with the Red Blue game.
No, I retired.
You retired?
From what I fucking
Yeah, you had a hard-hitting first one.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that shit again.
Well,
I don't plan on it.
I say we do 2 chat reps.
Alright. You want to do 3, 1 each?
I don't.
You don't want to do it?
Honest, I don't know if I want to.
Okay.
I want you to.
You want me to?
Yeah.
I want someone to do it first. I want
Well,
to
yeah,
see,
of course.
I want to see how it goes. And then I'll let you know if I have the balls to do it or not.
I was thinking like 2
Chris
rounds.
says yo. He also says he gets 360 FPS on his Alienware PC. That's some crazy FPS.
Chris
Spets.
Oh,
Yeah,
what up, man? Yeah, I mean, like, your monitor has to, like, be able to
keep up.
Keep up, because
Yeah.
otherwise you're just screen tearing fucking
Yeah.
constantly, you know? So it's like, at that point, if you're
There's a lot
really
to go
trying to
with.
push it, then you got to spend a lot of fucking
That's
money
like the
on your
next
shit.
thing I want to invest in is getting a nice monitor again. Because when I started recording, I had my laptop and the TV monitor. So I had a small screen and a big screen, but now that I got a PC, I just have the TV and
Yeah.
like it works. But like sometimes I wish I still had that smaller screen. But for gaming too, I want to buy like a nicer monitor this time.
Alright, I'm going to log into my phone.
Yeah, and I'll kind of explain chat wraps. So, for chat wraps, we'll if you're in the stream here, give us somebody who's famous or a fictional character, and then a topic to rap about. So we'll put that into ChatGPT and write 16, 32 bars or whatever, and then one of the guys here is gonna rap it over a YouTube beat, kind of fitting that rap style. So I mean, if anybody's in the chat wants to put one in there, otherwise.
We'll come up
Who
with
should
our
we-
own.
Yeah, who should we start with here?
I mean, I'll start since I'm the one
Yeah.
that's, like, familiar with it, I guess.
Why don't we have Warbear? You want to pick the person? AJ, you want to pick the topic?
Yeah, let's do that. That'll be cool.
Could be somebody famous, somebody historical, fictional character. Just kind of gotta have notoriety to it in ChatGPT.
Like not a rapper.
It can be a rapper.
Could be anybody.
Okay.
But you could pick like Steve Carell if you wanted.
Will Ferrell, dude.
Will Ferrell?
Will
Yeah.
Ferrell?
Okay.
What's he gonna rap
I'm
about?
gonna do this one on here.
Fucking climate change, dude.
Will Ferrell and climate change? Okay.
See how the fuck that goes.
About as well as you think it's gonna go with ChatGPT. It's very liberal on its takes, so there's not gonna be any like crazy conspiracy. That's what we were hoping with like the moon landing, because we did like I think it was The Rock versus
Yeah. Kevin Hart
Kevin
on
Hart, and then we were like
Hype.
rap about the moon landing being fake or whatever, and they just kind of both went on like it's real and like don't question it. It's like, okay, well I guess it works.
Should I do the boats and hoes
Hey, what's going on,
instrumental?
Boggs?
If you want.
Boggs is going in here. We're doing chat raps. Chris also put do MGK and Harry Potter, so those are some options.
Harry Potter.
I think we're gonna do Will Ferrell and climate change first. What kind of beat we doing?
That's what I. Here, you pick the style of beat.
Oh god.
That'll be good.
The first person that came to mind was Lil Dicky because it's like comedy.
Okay.
I don't know though.
No, that's yeah.
You watch the show?
Yeah.
The fucking jail episode, dude. I'd show AJ that shit.
The real Willie.
I am dick.
It's cool, Munchkins.
I don't know if it's enough.
Fuck that bitch.
Person with fans, literally.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know if I can talk like Will Ferrell though. That's the thing. I'm just gonna.
I don't think you have to.
Just kind of be like a happier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that. Yeah, you're not gonna get his accent.
Well, gather round, folks. I've got a tale to tell about a thing that's hot and it's not going so well. It's called climate change. Yeah, you've heard the name. The Earth's getting warmer and it's not a fun game. The ice caps are melting. The seas are rising high. Polar bears are saying, hey, can we say goodbye? The weather's all wacky. It's hotter than heck. I'm sweating like a turkey on Thanksgiving by heck. Huh. Now, I'm no scientist, but it's plain to see we gotta take some action. You and me. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the way to start, or pretty soon we'll be playing a part. Yeah. Yeah, in a world that's too hot, too stormy, and too wild. So let's be like Will Ferrell and bring us some... So let's be like Will Ferrell and bring on a smile, But remember that climate change ain't no laughing matter, so let's do our part and let's make the earth feel better. Yeah, stay cool, my friends, and keep the earth in your heart, cause if we don't act now, we'll be in a world of hurt. Yeah, so let's save our planet for the young and old and keep it in one piece, cause it's worth more than gold. Yeah, it's Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Didn't sound anything like Will Ferrell, but who cares? I'm just kidding.
Vibes.
Yeah, right?
ChatGPT, your rhymes are weak.
Actually better than I thought, though, low key.
Yeah, dude, honestly, the first time we did this shit, we were like, what, bro? Like, okay. Alright. You want to do one?
I'm down.
Alright. I'm going to do it on my phone, so I can just read it. So let's just kind of like rotate here. So now you pick the person, I'll pick the
Topic.
but then you still pick the. You can just keep picking the beats.
Okay, yeah, I'll just
We'll
kinda
do it
throw
that way.
What I got a vibe for. And always object, like, if you think something's
Yeah.
better. I'll,
Fuck. Person.
The person.
A person.
The person.
The person. Become another person.
Oh, dude.
Become another person. Oh, Master of Disguise, you ever seen that shit?
How bad can we get?
As bad as you
Person.
want, bro.
it's the internet. I mean, they have beheadings.
Adolf
out there,
Hitler if
so-
you
Fuck
want,
it.
dude.
Dude, I thought about that, but how about
Don't
we
do me like that.
flip it around? Anne Frank.
Oh, God.
How's that gonna work?
And
No,
Frank
She couldn't
on.
She only went.
that's Helen Keller.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
What if we did Helen Keller?
Ellen-
We need to
Anne
experiment
Frank
that.
cannot use like that.
It's that. Yeah. At the end, we should do fun.
Anne Frank. Oh, I got a good idea.
Yeah, no, I remember now.
And Frank.
My thing here is about being an author.
Okay.
Technically, your diary wasn't supposed to be found, but
Yeah.
But
That's good. I don't know if ChatGPT
I know
would
that's
grasp
what I'm like.
that.
There's some.
So what if we did
restraints.
like Anne Frank on Aliens.
I think she had bigger things to worry about.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What about like Anne Frank diss track on Adolf Hitler?
Oh yeah, Anne Frank dissing Hitler. That could possibly work. Be a little edgy, so I'm curious what to come up with.
ChatGPT was like, yeah, I can't talk about it.
Yeah, it's error.
Error.
Fucking break the whole website.
I don't want to cancel you.
So should we do Hitler or Aliens?
What do you want?
We'll do Hitler because that one does sound pretty.
Dissing Hitler. Anne Frank dissing
Oh, that was only like fucking four bars, bro.
Hitler. she ain't
I
got much
love
to
that-
say on that
I
topic.
love Warbear's getting the Anne Frank. You got your voice now?
You can change it.
Definitely not.
Just do a little high pitch, it'll work.
Yeah.
No disrespect, by the way, this is all for a laugh.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, and then what kind of a beat should we do?
Oh
We
god.
gotta do like a. Let's just do like a dark.
This is dark storytelling.
Fucking NF type beat.
Thinking like, what if we did a diss track style?
Ooh, Already Dead. This one's called.
Oh my.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Almost too perfect.
Sweetwater is your
Jesus
one-stop
Christ.
shop
All right, here we
for
go.
all your band and orchestra gear needs. Whether you're
I
love
love
this
Sweetwater.
at the country
Is this the beat?
Yeah. It's the intro.
Gotta build up that anticipation.
Is there gonna be any drums or?
Is it 30 seconds?
Okay, yeah, it's building. Maybe.
They had us. Oh god.
Should we put a little monologue in?
All right, ready? I think it's gonna come right here.
Okay.
Yeah, feel it out.
Give it to the next.
Yeah.
In the shadows I write, my heart's pure, defying a dictator. His soul impure. Hitler, your hate, it can't cloud the light. In this secret refuge, I'll continue to fight. You claim Aryan glory, but it's a twisted dream. Your reign of terror, a horrifying scheme. We the silenced voices will endure for the love and justice. Our hearts pure, your propaganda, your twisted regime only brings forth hatred, a terrible extreme. I'll pen these words and they'll shine so bright. To vanquish your darkness with love will unite. In this annex, a haven from your twisted reign. We'll stand strong despite the fear and pain. Hitler, your empire shall crumble and fall. Humanity's love will conquer it all.
Hell yeah!
Damn. She'd be right.
Hell yeah!
Some of the word choice from ChatGPT is like
Wicked.
wick. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I would never have thought of that
Yeah.
word ever.
It's great, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Space
love it.
Horizon.
I love that. Okay, now it's your turn.
Fuck, dude.
But now I pick a person and you pick
The topic.
the topic.
The topic.
So what if I picked El Chapo?
El Chapo. El Chapo on going to prison.
El Chapo on going to prison.
Oh my god.
I wonder if we wrote. Okay, this is just like as he's writing this up. I wonder if we like, you know how you ask something and it's gonna be like, no, I can't give you that information. Like how to money launder. What if we had El Chapo write us a rap about how he money launders? Do you think that would work around its like brain
I don't know.
parameter? I don't think we should do that, but I'm just
Yeah.
curious. Like, I wonder if we could work around some of those. Like, I hate that they have like the my memory's only up to February.
Yeah.
2021. Like, son of a bitch, like, this is basic shit. Why can't you tell me?
Have you seen the shit of people like going around that by just asking how not to do things?
No, I guess I haven't. That would possibly work.
I've seen one like somebody asked like, how do I make mustard gas? And it was like, I can't tell you that. And they're like, how do I avoid making mustard gas? And it's like, well, just don't mix bleach in the water.
How to not make meth.
How do I not make meth?
How do I avoid accidentally making meth by mixing chemicals?
Do not trip and fall in the bathroom pouring these chemicals into the tub.
Do you got the raps up? Can I read them first?
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Kind of beat are we? What are we, El Chapo going to prison?
I'm thinking like a fucking Young Scoop.
Or like a Mob Deep kind of 2000s, 90s kind of
Okay.
like something like hip hop early roots.
Okay.
Just type
I'm
in
thinking
cartel
also like
type
Akon's
beat.
Locked Up.
Yeah.
But I don't think that worked for beat.
Dude.
But that's
Oh my god, dude, these bars, dude, they're fucking ridiculous.
Okay, I think we got to do one from the chat too. We got Boggs and Chris in here, so we'll have Brandon and Kennedy. We'll do one from the chat.
Better communication? Maybe tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Tonight, Panera. Solving
See how
crunch
this
time
one
and
is.
dinner with one easy swipe. That's big. Panera.
Panera.
$0 delivery fee for a limited time.
They rhyme denied with denied.
I hate Panera.
Yeah, it's
Their
very,
peasant bread is shit.
it's very all right.
Classy.
Fucking classy beat. Fucking hell, dude.
He's kind of sick.
Right?
Alright. Dude, this is ridiculous.
You got
This
it.
is crazy.
Yeah.
You got
Alright.
it.
Alright. El Chapo, once a kingpin, now confined behind bars where justice will find. Oh my god, dude, I don't know if I can do this
You
shit.
got it.
Alright. I ruled the cartel with the power on toe, but now my fate's in a prison stronghold. And then it just fucking switches. From the tones of drugs to the top of the game, but my empire crumbled, it's never the same. Life on a run, invading the law. Now I face consequences.
You almost had it, bro.
Oh my god.
You almost
dude.
had it.
This is wild. Alright, I'm gonna start the next one.
Yeah, recatch that shit.
In a cell so cold, my freedom's denied, but my legacy lives on and cannot be denied. Fucking shit, dude. I'll pay for my knees. I cannot do this shit.
Catch your shit back up, man. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Ready?
In a cell so cold, my freedom's denied, but my can't do it, dude. I got nerves, man. I don't know why
don't
you
worry
guys
about
put me
your
on the
nerves,
spot
bro.
with this shit.
Nobody watching me. Like, honestly, there's no.
Yeah, there's probably like 3 people on my.
these
I
are
think
just-
I'm one of them.
These are just so fucking wild,
You
dude.
can get it, bro. I believe in you.
The world may forget. I don't know, man.
It don't even matter if it's not good. You hear mine, bro.
Dude, no. Read this shit, dude.
Yeah. Hold on.
Classy.
Classy.
It's just like the rhyme scheme
Dude, it seems like there was
changes.
a rhyme scheme change there that like.
It's like every 2 bars, dude. It was like I couldn't catch it.
ChatGPT's not a rhymer.
El Chapo, once a kingpin, now confined behind bars where justice will find. I rule the cartel with a power untold, but now my fate's in a prison stronghold. From tunnels and the drugs to the top of the game, but my empire crumbled, it would never be the same. Yeah, I fucked up some words there, but fuck it. Ready?
Yeah.
Life on a run, evading the law. Now I face the consequences, no more outlaw. Yeah, in a cell so cold, my freedom's denied, but my legacy lives on, can't be denied. Yeah,
See what I mean?
I'll pay for my deeds for crimes I've sown.
It's hard to fucking get in it.
In the prison's confines, I'm now all alone. Yeah. The world may forget me as my time goes by, but the legend El Chapo, it'll never die. Yeah, in the confines of these prison bars. Yeah, I'll ponder my choices, my life among the stars. Yeah. See, dude, I fucked up the flow so many times in that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
You just gotta roll with it.
I can't. It fucks with my brain, dude. Like, I'm not used to the fucking changing the rhyme scheme so fast, dude. You gotta get a couple more fucking bars,
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
and then you can switch it. But I
Hit me with
just
another
couldn't fucking
one.
do that shit.
Alright.
That's too much.
Yeah,
for
so we
We'll
have
do
Boggs.
those two. Dustin will do one, I'll do one.
Okay, Boggs in the chat first. Actually, you could do a versus almost here. So Ronald McDonald versus the Burger King, best burger, Big Mac versus Whopper is what his idea was.
Oh shit.
So you could almost write one and then the other and then switch.
Who do you want, Ronald McDonald or Burger
I don't
King?
care.
I'm not doing this shit again. Dude.
In the style.
There's got to be a burger beat. Like, we got to look up something.
About who has the best burger?
About who has the best burger, the Big Mac versus Whopper.
McDonald's type beat.
McDonald's.
Give Ronald the fucking home field advantage.
Hi, can I take your burger?
Dude, I bet you it's gonna be that fucking beeping. If you look up fucking McDonald's
the,
type
like-
beat, that fucking shit from the kitchen, dude.
Yeah, that honestly.
Someone flipped that shit.
There's got to be a producer who works at McDonald's that was like, fuck it, I'm making a sample from my workday.
Do it. Fucking do it.
And if not, do
McDonald's
it.
type.
Make a beat out of your work. I work at a bank, so that one's been tried and true. Everybody's got the music of the bank, the cash machine, change, all that. So it's like,
Couldn't really do much with where we work. So we're gonna sample
No.
Talkman.
don't you work
Terminal
in like a
battery's getting low.
factory?
Change terminal battery now.
Yeah.
You work in like a factory?
Yeah.
You could do like an exhibit type style where he had like the whole machine work album. You remember hearing some of his stuff where it's like it's like Detroit factory style. Like that's what it sounds like.
Or the fucking honking of the carts. And the cat, dude.
There's a chorus.
Oh my god.
Mine has a chorus too.
Well, this is both. It starts at the first verse is Burger King, and the second. Oh no, you're right. Yeah. I didn't really read the whole thing. I just seen the second verse started with Big Mac.
Big Mac shit.
Boggs, I see your chat. No, it is not Bank's turn. I'm the media man. I just pop in when he needs to go to the bathroom. I can't do it either. I'm afraid to try. Like I said, I got a little dyslexia. I'm like, I read it, and it's just not gonna flow fast enough.
Yeah. I just couldn't catch that shit, dude.
Even like I was like, we should change
Wait,
the beat.
wait,
Like, that's
wait.
a little off. We're like trying to fit it all in there.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't like this one.
I want to look up a battle rap instrumental.
They should bring back celebrity rap battles.
Dude, I've thought about doing that with us because there's so many of us. Like in
Are you gonna be at the Wisconsin next week?
No.
Okay, I'm judging him. I'm curious who's all there.
No, I was kind of upset with the first one.
Yeah.
Because I wrote my verse like the day they sent us the beat, held on to it for like 8 months, got there, spit it, and they're like, all right, we just decided we're going to have a freestyle round too. I was like, I don't freestyle. If you would have said that from the beginning, I would have never entered this shit.
Yeah, and I think it is good to like have some of that element in there, but like, you gotta be upfront. Like, you gotta be like, here's what we're all doing versus.
All right, what do you think of this?
This one's all right.
Okay. I think after this, we might have to call it.
Yeah. Shout out your shit.
You gonna start or should I start?
You start.
Okay.
Can we go back?
Yeah. Run it back a little bit. I just didn't know how we were doing this. Are we skipping the chorus? Just gonna go back and forth, or?
No. Just do your whole thing.
Okay.
You my babe. Dope.
Okay, I missed it again. My bad.
Gotta get the vibe.
Too quick.
Here it comes, ready?
Nope, I was not ready. It's hard to tell when it's gonna start.
Artist comes to the studio.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yo, it's Burger King, gotta throw it down. Comparing burgers, the talk of the town. Big Mac and Whopper, they both hold fame, but when it comes to taste, we own the game. Big Mac, Whopper, make it clear. Burger King's the place where the flavors premiere. Flame grilled patties, sizzle so right. In the battle of burgers, we take the spotlight. Big Mac's got those special sauce tricks, but the Whopper's flame grilled, that's how it kicks. Our ingredients are fresh, so you can taste the flame. The King's where you find that burger fame. Big Mac, Burger King's place where the flavors premiere. Our flame grilled patties, they sizzle so right. In the battle of burgers, we take spotlight. Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and buns. Big Mac's, oh, Jesus Christ. Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, and buns. Big Mac's got them, we got the runs. Flame grilled, I'm going too fast. Flame grilled flavor, it's all in the mix. We're the Burger King, here to drop the mic. What? That doesn't rhyme at all. Okay, I'll just do the outro. So when it's time for a burger fight, come to Burger King. We do it right. Big Mac Whopper, step aside, make way for the King's flavor that's here to stay.
That was the whole thing?
Yeah, I went pretty fast. I could have like half-timed it.
Let's see if I get this shit.
Mark says this is awesome. Watch laughing faces.
I'm here to drop some knowledge about a burger showdown. Big Mac and Whopper, let's break it all down. Two fast food giants battling for the throne. Who's the king of the grill on this microphone? Big Mac, you iconic with that special sauce. Two all beef patties, yo, taste is boss. Lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, it's all in the mix. But Whopper's on the scene and it's causing a twist. Big Mac with your sesame seed bun. Whopper, the battle's just begun. Who's the heavyweight champ in the burger fight? Let's keep it real, make it clear who's got the bite. Whopper, you're flame grilled with the charboard taste. A fire grilled patty, now that's quite the base. Tomatoes, lettuce, mayo, onion, you've got it all. The competition's fierce, but you stand tall. Big Mac, your double-decker style's a classic hit. Your taste is so unique, you can't just quit. But Whopper's got that flame kiss flavor, it's true. The burger battle's heated, so what will you do? Big Mac with your sesame seed bun. Whopper, the battle's just begun. Who's the heavyweight champ in the burger fight? Let's keep it real, make it clear who's got the bite. It's a tough decision, which one's the best? Big Mac or Whopper? Let's put it to the test. Flame grilled or that special sauce? Which one's supreme? It's a burger lover's dream. It's not a bad scene. In the end, it's all about personal taste. Which burger you choose is your own footy grace. So, go grab your bite. Big Mac or a Whopper if you dare. It's your taste buds decide. It's the burger affair. Yeah. Big Mac with your sesame seed bun. Whopper, the battle's just begun. Who's the heavyweight champ in this burger fight? Let's keep it real, make it clear who's got the bite. That one was both.
You weren't really taking a side, yeah.
Yeah, that one was
just
both.
like, which one, guys?
These burgers are both delicious. I can't pick.
Alright.
That was
That was
more-
fun.
Yeah. Should we call it?
It was a fucking commercial song.
Right, dude?
McDonald's sign.
Big Mac, who's your god delight? Whopper.
We're your next Pusha T, we promise.
Right, dude? Alright. I think that's fucking it, man.
Alright.
I think we had a fucking enough
Yeah, probably.
podcast. It's, yeah, man. It's always fun doing this podcast. Obviously, Brett's not here normally. He's here for it, but we got Dustin. We got AJ. In the motherfucking building. We always got Bank.
In his
Ooh, show your face, motherfucker.
Because it's super good.
Alright, and that's episode 7, I
Yes.
think.
7.
Episode 7.
Episode 7 of Double Dunk. Double dunked. Double dunk. podcast with cookies and cream. But this time,
I sound like you're gonna cry.
I'm sad it's
I miss Brett so much.
this time it's only cream.
Where can they follow you? What should they look out for?
You can follow me and Brett. Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you can find your music. It's cookies, spelled normally, ampersand. That's that little cool little and symbol. And then it's CRE with a
Accent.
ME, CRE, ME. And that's it. And then you can find us on socials. Cookies and AND spelled out. Cream, CREME, without the Cookies and Cream official.
Yeah. You wanna go?
You can find me on Instagram, O2_AJ_. On wherever you listen to music on A.J. There's a fuck ton of people. Just look for the one that looks like me. Yeah, that's it. I mean,
And you can find me under Dustin Warbear, DustinWarbear, under all socials, all streaming platforms, anywhere you find music, I'll be there. Just look me up, hit that follow button. Tour announcement coming soon.
Hell yeah. Also, real quick, Boggs said, yes, that was awesome, boys. Chris also asked, when's the next one? So the Cookies and Cream podcast will be every 4 weeks. So it'll be not next week, not the one after that, not that following one, the one after that. So 4 weeks, once a month, basically. But, you know, you spell it out. You gotta spell
Not
it out.
next week, not the one after that, not the one after that, but the one after that. That's when we'll be.
Yeah, so
Every 4 weeks.
November 12th.
November 12th. And it'll be
There we
right
go.
after the CW Hip Hop Live DJ. Start about 6:30 at the latest.
And that time it will actually be Cookies and Cream.
Yeah.
This time it was Warbear and Cream and AJ.
Super extra cream.
Unless something happens to Brett and I have to come again.
oh, dude.
Daddy babies. Yeah. Alright.
So, hey man, we appreciate you guys coming in here. That was episode 7 motherfucking double.